In a world of remakes and remasters,
Are we playing for
what was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame.
Red?
Gone are the days of Pops and Cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things. And David showed up just on time, just on late time.
Yes.
Just as on time as we are.
Just as on time as we were. Showed up during the intro video. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things. It's called Best Gen because all of us on the panel are Masomenos from the same generation. We happen to think that it's the best one, not because we are better people than you, but our movies and entertainment certainly were better. So strap on in and prepare to wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore while simultaneously complaining about the utter filth that Hollywood keeps churning out of its sludge pipes and maybe eating ribs on camera. Nice. How's everybody doing?
Nice.
Sorry,
Good.
I'm a little late. For the first time, it's my fault because I was making dinner for my family and
You can't.
happens.
You're making dinner for your family. You can't get mad at that.
I've got my ribs and I got my little finger wipes. I'll try and mute them.
Nice.
I'll try and mute myself, unless you want that.
Unless people really want the ASMR
All right,
experience.
we're gonna start a
little
start,
mukbang, whatever.
donation goal. Let's see, 5 super chats, and I unmute. Unmute. Wow.
Why are you trying to restrict our your super chats?
There we go.
Yeah.
You got 30 minutes.
Oh man.
Okay.
Speaking of super chat,
Someday Alan is going to slip and say strap on. I've done that already. So strap on in. I did that in I did that in one of I think I did that on purpose in one of my top 10 recaps. The joke was like, oh, we're going to do top 10. So strap on in and strap on, and as we give this list, good. Anyway, the point of the story is we got some wonderful people in the chat. We got Joshua Templeton. What happened to last week's Best Gen? So if you don't see the Best Gen, I will. Sometimes we have to cancel. It would have been just me and Charles, and there were other things happening, and so we just said, okay, let's just put it off for this week. And also, there was only one thing to talk about. There was just Pendragon Cycle, so we're like, it was going to be short. If you don't see the show, I will always post on the a community post.
Yeah.
So you can look up, hey, is there no show? Look up posts. It'll be there. And I canceled it last minute because we were unsure. Like some people were like, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe we can still do it." Oh, it was Valentine's Day, and so some people were like, I don't know. My wife has plans. Turns out my wife wanted to have plans, even though she said she didn't. So,
of course,
we canceled. I got laid. Yes. Yeah. There you go. We got Mark Clark. Yeah, Jared was actually first one here. He was on time.
He's thinking about the other Jared though, talking about being late.
Oh, there we.
You're missing these jokes. Come on, now.
good. That's good, Mark. That took me a minute. Wow.
You guys are
Jared's-
thick.
Ooh.
Not late for the
Y'all,
month.
y'all are slow.
Look. When I didn't look down at the screen, I looked at my list of comments to pull up, and it's got a ... It stops. You know who's late? Jared ... So I literally didn't read the end of the joke. I didn't
Nice.
see Jared's wife.
I don't know about that.
I'm
That's
taking a
awesome.
screen. Look,
Well,
screenshot.
I'll
at
believe
this.
you, sure. Uh-huh.
No. That's not how we do things on the show. I'm pulling it up.
Just wait while he quickly.
Yes, we
Photoshop.
never allow a misunderstanding to cause us to rib the other people. That's absolutely not how we do things here.
Look at that. And look, I'm good at Photoshop. I'm not this fast.
Yeah, but Grok is fast.
See that? Yeah, you know who's not late?
Oh yeah.
Jared. I was like, okay.
Dot.
I was waiting for a second message.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, I even put it in Paint, so you know it's not photoshopped.
Uh-huh. It was screen grabbed after the Photoshop was done. Yeah.
All
There
hail
you
the
go.
Lord Dragon. We got Aldan in the show. Oh, okay. I got your message. Got it. Yeah, Aldan is keeps texting. We've been texting each other about Pendragon Cycle. He's loving it. This episode was pretty darn good. There were a lot
Yes.
of book changes. I don't think any of
Yeah.
them.
In the
They
last
made sense. They made sense. The book changes were all like logistical things to.
Well,
There was-
I have one issue with
I
the
have-
book news from
I have
this
one
last
complaint
episode,
that is
yeah.
technically also.
And
a book change.
before we totally dive into that, I did finally get back to rewatching the first 2 episodes after having read Taliesin and have just a couple
Yeah.
of comments on that. But,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's muted.
What we need to do though is
and-
we all need to be incredibly silent as he eats as well and just stare at him.
That could have sounded amazing. You don't know.
It could have. It's terrible.
Do you like some-
Whenever Alan
I don't
mutes, we
think
all
we're
stop
getting
talking.
any super chats today.
We need to make sure that we have some really dead air while Alan is eating.
Yeah, we got we got the penultimate episodes for both Pendragon Cycle and Night of Seven Kingdoms,
Seven
and we got
Yeah.
the Angry Mexa.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
wild Mexa. Hey,
Yo, it's been a while.
hey,
Mecha!
how long has it been?
His mic's not working.
Oh no!
Of course. Oh,
Classic
of course.
Max. Yo. That
You hear me
beautiful
now?
voice.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you now.
Nice, nice.
How's it going, man?
All good, all good. I'm doing way better now. That's why I'm saying hello after
Yeah.
a while in hiatus.
Yeah, good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Great. Yeah,
That's where
great
we're
to
from, yeah.
hear from you.
Have you been watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms or Pendragon Cycle?
No, I really want to get into Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It looks really good.
It's really
I'm
good.
hearing other good shit.
It's been pretty good,
Good.
so far. Aside from a few little tidbits that they feel like they have to add because it's Game of Thrones. But that was mostly in episodes 1 and 2.
Yeah, they got better after the first couple
There
episodes.
wasn't much.
All right, then.
Who's doing OnlyFans? Is this a follow up? Oh, I know.
It's
I know.
the
Haley,
content there.
Haley
Week of
Welsh. Haley
content.
Welsh is doing OnlyFans now. The Hawk girl.
Who? Oh,
Is
yeah.
she really?
I'm
Of course.
ashamed that I know her
I mean-
name. By the way,
Yeah, I had no idea who you're talking about.
it's because
I mean,
it's
is it-
because
is it
she was
worse
on
that you
Chad
know her name,
Powers.
or is it
She was
better-
on Chad Powers, and so
That's right.
I learned her name. Okay,
Is it better that none of us actually know her name? Like, or is it worse
it's
that we only
it's
know her
way
Hawk
better
Tour
that you
girl?
don't know her name.
Well,
I
it'd be
understand
better
the
if we
point
didn't
you're
know
making.
about her at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are too terminally online. I also recognize her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that
Yeah.
new.
It's been the best week you can remember, Aldan. Yeah, these both episodes were really good, and we've still got one episode of each show left. I mean, obviously,
Yep.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be just wind down stuff, nothing too groundbreaking. But there should be a lot happening for Pendragon Cycle. So, yeah,
We'll
we're
see.
liking both shows.
This last episode of Pendragon Cycle is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I was wrong
Yeah.
about my theory about them juxtaposing the two
Yeah.
climaxes. They did that in this episode. So,
Yeah.
Ah.
I like
it's 7-1.
I like most of what they did, pace wise.
Oh, it's because I was late. 7-Eleven. Got it. Okay. Okay.
Yep. I was like, we're not in June. Yeah. This is the first time Alden's
First time you've seen my intro. Yeah, and I've made it better too. I made improvements.
Yeah, it is a slightly improved one. It's
got more
I
examples.
added new little bits.
The original one was just Ben-Hur and Lion King and Psycho.
And it was Ben-Hur, Lion King, Psycho, and there was one
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars is in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
Star
I
Wars?
added
I don't remember.
Oh, it's the Arnold one. What's it called?
Oh yeah, I always had yes,
yeah.
Total Recall and RoboCop as well.
Right. Yeah.
That's
But I added Ghostbusters and more Star Wars and more Disney and Doctor Who and Lord of the Rings.
Good additions for sure.
Good day, brother. Got it. Yeah, it's a good.
That's a different way to take that. Yeah, that's a very different message.
It works both ways.
Yeah. We've been wanting to. We're probably Aldan and I are probably going to record some Pendragon post-mortem stuff. So
nice.
We've been enjoying, and you read the book like a while ago, so it'll be good to like compare that.
Yeah, I read the first 3 books several months ago. So.
Hot, Mark messaged me. He's like, I can't wait to get some hot D in June. Are we doing a goal to watch more Starfleet Academy? Okay, episode 1 literally ruined my life.
It was terrible.
I haven't edited another video since, which means I have to buckle down and get one ready for next Monday. I hated that show so much. Oh boy, I did not like it.
I have been watching more episodes out of morbid curiosity, and it's
a pretty morbid curiosity you've got.
Bad. I got to that one line where they're gonna shenan once, they're gonna shenan again. Oh, it's so bad.
Shenan me once, shame on me. Shenan me twice. You best believe I'm gonna shenan again.
Oh man,
I love the pun of it, but it's just such a terrible.
Not for
it turns out that
that's a great line for like a cheesy superhero
for a comedy.
Yeah,
not
trying to be
or something. You know,
which episode was that in, Charles? I gotta ask.
It was in the latest one, I think. Yeah, the third.
The writer
third
loved that line so
one,
much, she used it in all of the press tours. She spoiled her own joke.
Wow.
I will say,
Mexa, what have you been up to, man?
Unsolicited feet shots are atrocious. It is literally every other scene in this latest episode that I watched.
We didn't know that Quentin Tarantino was apparently directing episodes of this, huh?
Exactly. And apparently that general, the fat obese general, she's lesbian. I didn't know that at the beginning, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell immediately.
She was feminine. She was a feminist. I didn't know she was a lesbian.
Dude, like the cultural, not zeitgeist, but the culture. It's not Overton window either. Just the cultural boldness of the LGBTP community has escalated so much that like 10 years ago saying that like gaydar was a thing was like hate speech, and now it's like, bro,
telegraphing it pretty hard.
You don't need gaydar anymore. You guys walk around with big signs on your heads.
Yeah.
The other thing that I will say, that the one, because I haven't watched a lot of it, but I've watched little bits and pieces. The family that I'm living with, the guy's a big Star Trek nerd and has mostly been enjoying it. All things considered, doesn't think it's anywhere close to as good as the other stuff, but he's saying that it's not as bad as some of the later seasons of Discovery, apparently. So, there's that.
I think there are small pearls of a good show.
I watched 2 episodes of Discovery, and I would take them over this.
There are some
Well,
small pearls of the
that-
show. Some of the character work is fun. Some very few of the jokes land, but
Oh.
it's so dated. It's so bad.
Well, this
and
is
cringy
a fun
and
game.
terrible.
This is a fun game. Who is she banging? Is it Mike? I honestly, my vote is with Fabian. Is it the other fat chick? The teachable moments when she
Maybe.
blows up the ship. Is it the who's she lesbian with?
Yeah.
No, I don't think you'll ever guess it. It's a random individual that I think she shows up in the first episode. So you should no, she's in the second episode. Yeah,
So
she's
you
not
might
in the
not
first.
consider. But
Yeah.
but the other thing to his point, he's saying that especially later seasons of Discovery were really pretty bad. But
Got
that
it.
this one's
The
not
first
as bad
one
as
was
Discovery.
bad enough.
Yeah.
I'm just passing along.
Okay, they got
another
so they
Trekkie,
they somehow got worse. Oh, it's Tig Notaro. Okay, she's not in the first episode. All right, we were wrong. We played
How
a
is she
stupid
in
game.
everything that nowadays? You know that lesbian Thick Taro or whatever her name is.
She was the one that they did
Replay.
reshoots to replace in Zack Snyder's zombie movie.
Yeah, was it Chris D'Elia or something? No.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
replaced someone else, right? Because
Yeah,
she did something
I think he
racist.
replaced D'Elia.
Yeah, that's that.
Hmm.
Bearded needs to.
Anyway.
You do need better.
I don't
need way
know.
better friends than these guys here. These guys are just not.
I was
the
hanging out with
greatest
my friends. I was hanging out with some friends, and things. One thing led to another, and they started waterboarding me with Starfleet Academy.
Hey, all right. These friends this week showed me Ocean's 11 and started me on Bill and Ted's Excellent
Wait,
Adventure.
showed
so
you? You've never seen Ocean's 11?
Never seen Ocean's
That's-
11 until now.
I've
I
never
watched
seen
the-
Ocean's 11 either, but that's Mexican thing.
You should watch. I
You
actually
have a
think
better
it's,
excuse than I do. No.
I think the
Exactly.
remake is fantastic, but I also love the old Ocean's 11 is really.
I was going to say I really want to go back and watch the old 60s one.
It's
Problem
good.
is they're really hard to find.
Yeah.
It looks like at least I haven't seen anywhere that the original one is at. The
I think we, like, got 'em from the
11, 12, and
libraries,
13
We got them
all
from
on,
Hollywood
uh,
Video.
Yeah,
ours.
yes, Hollywood Video
Yeah.
would have been.
And then,
The Ocean's 11 and the old Italian Job,
I didn't like the old
Yeah.
Italian Job as much.
which
The old Ocean's 11 was good. Aside
I've
from
only seen
frustrating
the
ending,
the newer.
no, dude, the ending of the ending of Ocean's
Italian
11
Job.
is the best part of the movie.
it's
so
funny,
good.
but it's like
it's
oh,
because
come on,
they
guys.
had rules back then. You couldn't let the bad guys win.
Yeah.
And so they end the movie on a literal cliffhanger. They get away with the gold, but then they're driving down like I think it's the Autobahn. I think they're driving down. It's that or some other road like in the Alps.
Maybe
There's
somewhere else, 'cause they
in a
were-
big bus.
Oh, sorry, wait, you're
and
talking
they-
about the Italian Job. Yeah,
the old one. Like they crash and the bus is hanging. Seesawing off the end of a cliff, and the gold keeps getting further, and so they're trying to figure out how to get the gold and get away, and then it ends.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
And it's like, hey, do you have a plan? And the main guy's like, okay, so here's the plan. Boom, cut to credits.
That's actually a great way to do that, especially.
I
if you've
love
got
it. I
the
think it's a
idea of,
great ending.
I've got a plan, or here's the plan, being something they've layered in before that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry to spoil that 100-year-old movie.
Probably only
That is
70-year-old.
not
I
spoiler.
don't know.
Yeah. What have you been up to, Mexa?
Not much. Like work. I now like do like telemedicine, so I'm like a translator for telemedicine.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Nice.
it was one of those races without any raise in the pay. They were just like, you have more responsibility now, but you have the same pay. And it's like, okay,
Congratulations, you've been promoted, bud.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And nothing much. Like during Christmas, I was out of my house. I was out
Yeah.
of my apartment, so I was doing stuff with my family. So it was fun. And yeah, my camera doesn't work. Well, it's the cable that doesn't work, and I had to find a new cable, and those cables are a pain in the ass to find. You know, those like USB-C to USB-C
Mm.
that actually work. You know, that are not Chinese.
Yeah, they do
clones.
more than just charge a phone. Yeah, they've got to have
Yeah,
a
no, they had to be like super
video.
fast to be able to.
Mhm.
You know, they don't make them. They don't make it like this anymore. You know that how they say.
Yeah, bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all Chinese. But other than that, I was in like a few relationships that ended like pretty poorly, and I was like
Mm.
down in the dumps. But now I think I'm doing better now. Like
That's good to hear.
it's
Well, that's
better.
a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that, though.
No, it's fine. Like
I mean,
we
it's
have
not a bummer that you're doing better. It's a better, yeah.
yeah. It's better to be alone than being with a bad company. Like we say, mejor solo que
Yeah.
mal acompañado.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're glad you're doing good, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And always good to hear from you, and not see you as the case may be, but always good to hear from you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it every weekend. It's just that it coincides with the time that I always watch the UFC, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
like,
Gotta have your priorities, man. Yeah.
yeah, the UFC is very fun for me. I've been watching it like for like I don't know 18 years, something crazy like that.
Yeah, you gotta check out A Night of the Seven Kingdoms though. It's an amazing adaptation. Just
Really
close your
good.
eyes for the first 10 seconds of episode 2, and you're good.
Yeah.
Close your eyes out, leave them open.
You're
I
so
hate that
kind
about Game of Thrones.
to our angry Mexa here.
I hate that about Game of Thrones. It's like I remember the first episode I watched with my family. My family was really into Game of Thrones, and I was like, "What are you showing me? This like incest relationship is like it's so crazy."
You watch it with your sister.
No, they were my cousin, my aunt, and my cousin. He's a male, so
Oh, okay. But yeah, also not a guarantee. Yeah.
yeah. I
Well,
mean, in Game of
there's a
Thrones,
lot of that
there's
in Game
a
of
lot
Thrones
of
too. So
wild things happening like that. So yeah.
it's
They
great to
could save that, but I mean that's JJ. I know that. What is his name? George R. Martin. Yeah,
George
JJ
R.
Abrams.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the difference? George has been in the news. Did we talk? Was that 3 weeks ago? We were talking about the George news. Look,
He's been.
I've been so busy.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 weeks of news. I did not organize the news at all. So
Oh, fun.
Who needs
it's
organization?
gonna be a grab bag
Okay.
of news.
Shall we go through it?
So, but this happened recently. Season 4 of House of the Dragon is set to start shooting in October. And they
Which-
just barely started doing some reshoots for season 3. Probably due to the reception of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I think this is a good thing.
Yeah, they
I
wanna make
think
it better.
there was more of the season 2 bullcrap, and they're like, we're getting our butts kicked by a show with a fraction of our budget. a spin-off of a spin-off. And everyone loves it. Dude, the reviews for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms and the ratings are crazy. And then you watch the behind-the-scenes footage, and especially with this last episode, they're like, yeah, we would have liked to show a little bit more of the the Trial of the Seven, but we have like a quarter for every $1 that House of the Dragon does, and so we really pumped up the mist machines. so you couldn't see 10 feet into the background because we couldn't afford anything else.
That and
But it
filming
also,
through
like,
the
worked
split
really-
of the.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
going to say, but it
filmed
worked really
yeah.
well because it added to the idea of,
did.
hey,
It did.
he's really disoriented and can't see what's going on, and he gets to
And
be worried about the people and everything else like that. It
also
worked for the
get to
storytelling.
That being said, you actually get way more than you do in the books. Like the book,
Yeah.
what I liked is it chose to just follow Dunk, right? You get his perspective of the battle, which is cool. Like you don't know what else is going on, and then afterwards, like, who died? Like, it would have been nice to maybe get a couple, just a handful more shots of him looking to the left and right and then seeing a split second of more people fighting. I was really hoping to get like 2 seconds of the Fossaways fighting each other.
I think we did get about that much of the Fossaways fighting.
You got them charging each other. So actually, Raymond.
Well, I think there was one where they were wrestling on the ground.
Maybe.
They were kind of.
It's hard to tell who's who. You know.
Yeah,
Right.
It's really hard to tell.
That's the issue I had. I couldn't tell
the-
anyone.
Yeah.
apart.
I think I only know that because having watched some things like the
behind the scenes.
new rock stars like breakdown and stuff like that. They've gone through it frame by frame and re-seen it.
Yeah.
So I've
No.
saw
Like,
that little
I
thing,
think
but
you
I wouldn't
do,
have noticed it.
I think you
otherwise,
do get
absolutely.
like a split second for each of them, but I would have liked a few more. You know.
Yeah.
But
I
even
think
then,
similarly,
the
we
book does the same
we
thing.
did get a shot when Maekar hits Baylor.
You do see the kill shot,
The blow.
basically.
Yeah.
What's
Spoilers.
likely the kill shot?
Yeah.
Man, that.
Yeah, don't spoil it for Mexa, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't
We'll
worry,
get-
like the spoilers don't work for me. I had too much ADHD that I don't really like. I completely.
Okay. It's beautiful. I teared up. I knew it was coming. I still teared up a little bit, and then I immediately read the comic book, which I'd been saving, and teared up a little.
which I now have in front of me.
And David's got it now.
Very good.
We're gonna read.
By the way, some of this iconography, you're absolutely right, bro. It was taken
It's-
straight from this comic book adaptation.
Yes.
Marcus Miller, the drawings that he did on here, like this is what
incredible.
he looks like in that last tournament.
Yep. I mean,
Aside from he
helmet.
doesn't have a breastplate, it's just chainmail and the helmet.
yep. I mean,
Yeah.
the shot of
That,
Dunk on the
yeah.
horse
I mean, look
in
at that-
episode 1
that
pulled straight from the comic too.
shield
is-
right
and that is,
there, you know?
George R. R. Martin's
Yeah.
favorite panel is Dunk on the
Great.
horse.
Or egg on the horse.
Egg on the horse. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right there.
Egg on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of them are
Spoiler.
straight from there. It's fantastic. It's been really
I
good.
so bad.
I'm
I
about
really
halfway
want-
through this, by the way.
So
Really
a lot of
want
people.
a comic.
So a lot of people in the comments are saying they're completely done with House of the Dragon season 2. I understand it wasn't. It's not as good as season 1. I don't think it was bad. I think that the stuff with the one character, the white viper or whatever, was dumb. But shockingly, like I was okay with the lesbian part of it because I think it actually fills in some gaps that aren't explained in the books. But the rest of her character was annoying, right? Like, so I agree with that, but I also think like the highs of season 2 are pretty darn high. Like the dragon fight and the two twins fighting like are
yeah.
that
The
scene I
twins were
think is
good.
even better than
Everything
in the
with
book.
Damien is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
The dragon fight was pretty good, although I didn't like how she turned away or turned back at the end only to immediately be killed. That
agree.
was kind of dumb.
It needed
Especially
less of
because-
that character. I didn't mind the changes to that character, like having her trying to seduce Rhaenyra. It actually makes sense if you know what happens later in the books. If there's something that happens that comes out of nowhere, and you're like, "Why did he do that?" But this literally explains that. But there was way too much of her. Way too much.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was too much, but I guess my biggest problem was that some of the
She
talking
wasn't a
in two
great
different
actress.
rooms was dragged out a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But I liked most of what they were doing with it. But, yeah, it's also been a little while, so I don't remember too much. Other than I liked it. I really liked a lot of the things that you were saying, like the fights and the dragons were really cool, and a lot of the stuff with the kids is still really interesting. Yeah,
They also kind of got screwed over. It was supposed to be longer. We were supposed to get the Battle of the Gullet at the end of season 2. And then last minute they said, actually, we're going to give you 2 more seasons, so you need to spread it out a little bit. So that added to the disappointment of season 2. I'm excited for season 3, and I think that
me too.
reshoots is a good sign. I think that they are listening.
yeah. Well, did you guys check? They did have
I
a
think there's
trailer
a
come
lot
out
of
this
course
week
correction.
as well for season 3. You know?
I
Yep,
hadn't seen
trailer
the
came
trailer.
out, and we are definitely getting the Battle of the Gullet. So, yeah, season 1 was just perfection. So,
I forget
No,
which one comes before.
Season 1 still
the-
had that stupid
Oh, yeah.
decision with the dragon breaking
except
out.
then the
completely
penultimate
ruined
episode,
everything.
was retarded, yeah.
I forget which one comes first though. Is it House of Dragon, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Game of Thrones?
Yes.
House of the
Correct.
Dragon is 200 years before Game of Thrones. Night of the Seven Kingdoms is 100 years before.
Yep. So
Got
the egg in Night of the Seven Kingdoms, his name is Aegon, and he's named after the first Aegon that's in House of Dragon.
Aegon the Conqueror.
Well, that's not the first Aegon in House of the Dragon. That's at least
Is
the
it
second
not?
or third, isn't it? Because isn't Aegon the Conqueror the first one?
Whatever.
The one that comes over from
Aegon the Conqueror dies in the first scene of
You're
House of the Dragon
talking about
season 1.
media.
They're at
Oh,
his
you're
funeral.
right. I forgot about that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aegon the Conqueror united the Seven Kingdoms
Yes.
and then dies,
it's
and
Aegon
that's
the
where they started season 1. It goes over.
Yeah, because so
There's actually a whole bunch of material before in the book that before the beginning of season 1.
Yeah.
It's good.
okay.
Is there also a connection between the Seven Kingdoms and the Seven Gods?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know much lore.
it's thematic.
Yeah, I know. I get it's thematic, but is there like each kingdom is blessed by a god or something, and they all united under the seven god?
I don't know, but probably yeah.
don't know.
They probably all
Well,
have one god. And
My
then others.
impression, and this is me not having read any of the books, but just from little bits and pieces, that there's one particular group that came over and brought the belief in the seven gods,
It's
the
the
seven-pointed
Andals.
star and
The
everything.
Andals worship
Andals, there
the
we go.
seven.
And then how much influence that has over the seven kingdoms being seven of them might be something. But they came over as their own already existing seven gods,
Yeah, you're
independent of the kingdoms forming. At least that's my understanding. But it could be that there might be 10 kingdoms, but they said no, we're going to condense it down because we like the number 7 or something like that, maybe. But
I just read this title and also the caption under this picture of this article. I gotta say, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
The Night of the Seven Kingdoms rating is a slam dunk.
Slam dunk.
And then under
Because the
the
character's name is Dunk.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
dunk
Game
and eggs.
of Thrones
Eggs.
spin-off has averaged more viewers per episode than HBO's Emmy-winning hit, The Pit.
The pit.
What's
The pit.
It's okay. The caption underneath the picture.
Oh, Dunk and Eggs.
Yeah,
That's good.
nice.
good,
got it.
right?
I was like, it's just The Pit. Like people like The Pit. Apparently, it's on its second season. I think it looks dumb.
Yep.
I saw the first.
Much more
episode.
excited for next week, Scrubs.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
Scrubs
Oh,
reboot.
Scrubs!
2
I'm
episodes
still,
next week,
I'm still in like season 2
dude.
of the original
Oh.
show. Terrible.
Dude.
I,
Come on
I've
now,
heard,
Charles.
Do I need-
I binged,
do I need
I
to
binged
catch
five,
up?
5.5 seasons of that before my mission. Come on now. You got time. You can do it.
Yeah, the trailer looked pretty darn good too. I
Yeah.
might have brought it up. It might be one of these things.
yeah, I think we
it's doing
watched
great.
it a couple
Let's start watching.
ago, but
It's doing great.
That's great, though, that it's doing better than the Pit, because the
They're
Pit,
really
like you
pleased
said,
with it.
is apparently really doing well.
It's
Not only
really
well
popular.
liked, but also doing really well. Yeah.
So
yeah, I saw
And-
the first episode of the Pit. It was all right. It seemed a little bit too chaotic and mismatched for me, but I mean, I think it's on purpose because it's an emergency room, right?
that's the appeal of the show. Yeah.
But it didn't feel like anything connected. It was just
Thematically,
move
didn't
on
feel-
from one patient to the
Just
next. It was just crazy, but I don't
Scrubs
know.
holds up.
10 seasons.
I've started
Scrubs
rewatching
is
season
great.
1.
Scrubs
It's
is
good.
fantastic. Yeah, I've heard some good reviews. The only thing that I am sad about is they don't, at least in the first 4 episodes that were watched by reviewers, we don't have the janitor. What's his name?
Yeah.
He was in the
Uh,
trailer though.
Was he?
Was he? I didn't see him in the trailer.
Maybe I saw a
I
promo
don't-
picture. With
Was he
him.
I don't think he was ever confirmed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I wondered if they'd have him, because they had, like, I would think that they would sell that, but yeah,
Yeah,
because he was great. And I don't know.
yeah. Neil
I'm-
Flynn,
I'm
Stop.
not holding out hope for
Season-
him showing up.
Scrubs, Neil Flynn,
Maybe. Yeah. That.
season.
I like it.
5, right? Or it's 10, right?
Oh yeah, I did bring it
Yeah,
up.
this would be 10 technically. Yeah. There it is.
I
'Cause-
I don't hate this actress. I think she can be annoying. I get that's probably the point of her character, is to be
Probably.
annoying, the annoying new boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trailer actually looked pretty darn good.
Wow, it's got all the original actors.
It's got all the
except
main
maybe-
main 4 or main 5. 4. Anyway,
They-
yeah,
they-
5,
they-
6.
They even have the douchey surgeon back too.
Oh, they have. Are you talking about the Todd?
The Todd. Yeah,
Nice.
I saw him in a.
You know what I
Um,
what I am really liking and hopeful for, because before they
Oh,
had their
okay.
that season 9,
Never
was
mind.
just like
according to reports,
Go ahead.
Neil Flynn and Krista Miller are
you
set
go.
to return. But
I would be surprised
Nice.
if Krista Miller doesn't return, because
I don't.
Bill Lawrence is her husband and
Yeah.
he's obviously writing it. So yeah,
It doesn't say they're recurring characters though, and I think the early reviewers, they've watched the first 2 or the first 4 episodes. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
And one of the reviewers said that Neil Flynn didn't show up yet, so he's
Okay.
probably not in it as heavily as the first.
Well, I mean, when they
series,
when they did that very unnecessary and nowhere near worthy season 9,
was still fun.
they had just one little like bit of him, and he was supposed to like disappeared after that.
Yeah.
So I could see that, if he didn't come back for that season, it'd be being kind of doubtful that he'd come back for this one, because even like Turk and JD came back for a lot more of season 9 than
right.
than that. So
Yep.
yeah. But that's the thing, is
Excited.
up until like season 7 and 8, like as they're like becoming like starting to become mentors to the younger people, I really like the way they're going with that. And it sounds like that's what they're doing here. It does look like they're not at the school that they were at in season 9.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm hoping that that's sticking.
Yeah, it looks really good. The reviews that I've said, I've read a couple early reviews,
Yeah.
and they basically said that Zach Braff and Donald Faison hit it off, just like they haven't missed a single beat. Even though they look
Right.
older, they've got wrinkles. They still have the
Yeah.
same pep, the same energy, and it feels like a direct continuation. So
Well, I was going to say they continued being great friends in real life. So
yeah,
They're
yeah.
in,
surprised
I mean,
that they
they're in
keep up the-
commercials
the
together.
rapport.
all
They've
the
got
time,
some
too, so.
banger commercials.
I mean, they've
man.
only done that
T-Mobile-
last like 4 or 5 years, but yeah.
Yeah, they've got some good ones for T-Mobile, and there was another one that they did. I don't remember who for, but they've been making some great commercials together too.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were.
I
doing
think they had
great
some
ones.
like Amazon commercials as well.
Oh, really? I don't think I saw those ones.
Oh no, it was for like houses.com maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Or a rental company, something like that.
I know they did a bunch for T-Mobile. Those are the big ones.
I love Scrubs.
Yeah, those are the main ones. Scrubs is great. Definitely check it out, Mark.
They also got the guys from Suits to do a couple commercials, and they were not as good.
Yeah,
Adore Scrubs.
T-Mobile.
I've seen a couple of the Suits one. I don't know if I've seen the Scrubs, or at least I don't remember the Scrubs one. But the Suits one
good.
stood out to me. I was so confused.
So, George R. R. Martin gave him a whole bunch of outlines for where the story goes too, which is
new
good
stories
news
that
and
haven't
also
been written.
bad news.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are already filming season 2, and season 3's confirmed.
how many books are actually written?
3
There's 3 books,
novellas.
right?
And
Which-
this one pretty much adapts that first novella, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but then there's a big time jump between the first
Not
novella
a
and
big
the second
time
novella,
jump,
right?
but it's like,
Okay.
yeah, they're all
'Cause I wonder-
self-contained stories.
Because you'd mentioned that there's references in the books to other adventures that they had in between books, right?
And yeah,
So I wonder if that's
And,
kind of what we're looking at.
like
as-
there's like stuff from like Song of Ice and Fire that talk like they're constantly
Oh,
bringing
okay.
up
Gotcha.
Sir Duncan.
So there's okay. Because then
Like
is
I-
there a bigger time jump between book 2 and book 3, or novel 2 and novella 2 and novella 3?
It's not that big of a time jump.
No. Okay.
They can definitely use the same actor for the next 2 seasons.
Okay.
for Egg.
Assuming that they target the next 2 books for the next 2 seasons, because what I'm saying is that maybe they do they do one of these 1 or 2 of these stories in the next season, and then the 3rd season is novella 2. Any thought? Any
Yeah, I mean, they
any
could.
chances that might happen? You think?
I wouldn't like that. I think they need to do the first 3
Yeah.
books.
I don't know.
And then go from there.
Well, because they don't. There's the exciting stuff happens after anyway. like
Does
all
it?
the stuff
Okay.
that has been teased is stuff that happens in the future that George hasn't gotten
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
But they've accidentally
Yeah,
spoiled
and
a
I
whole
don't
bunch of
know-
stuff. Like the kid
I don't-
has said stuff he shouldn't have in interviews, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
They're also saying Ira Parker is thinking about doing like 4 time jumps, so doing 3 seasons, and then doing a time jump, and then doing sets of 3 seasons. That's another possibility. So like that would give 12 if they did 4.
And did we already talk about it? Sounds like they're trying to get this to be a yearly thing. Like he's trying to say that he's
Yep.
trying
Yearly
to
release.
not take years between seasons, like
Yeah.
has become the norm.
That would
It's
be
easier when you only
incredible.
have 6 episodes, but
Yeah, that's
Right,
true.
but it's still nice to have them come. More,
They are
like,
shorter
not wait
stories. It's
3
easier
years
to tell
between.
them.
Yeah,
and
easier
it
to
would
tell
be
them.
easier to write the actual books if he's
Yeah,
planning on doing that. But you know,
I don't
who knows?
know.
We'll see.
With his
You know,
track
suppose-
record, we just
He's been writing a
Supposedly-
lot of other stuff, just
Here's-
not
here's-
Song of Ice and Fire.
Here's the other thing. He also gave Dan and Dave notes for how the series ends when they started too.
yeah.
and
That
then we
was
saw them all
that was
over.
what I was thinking too. Is it's like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. We at least have what George is planning, but again, we've tried that before, and that didn't work out with Dan and Dave. So
We'll have to
Yep.
see when we get to season 4. That's when
yeah, it'll be cool to see.
Anyway,
I'm excited though because
yeah,
it's
I love it.
great, and especially since it sounds like overall Dunk continues to be a great, solid character, great, solid person, as well as
Yeah.
so does Egg. So yeah,
This was funny. The plot of the book 2 is that there's been a huge drought, and they're filming right now. and the UK is flooded.
oh gosh,
That's fun. What's next? Oh yeah. Also, yeah, the showrunner's awesome. He keeps he did it like an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. And people brought
what's
up
his iconic line?
I'll get there.
Sorry, I'm
no,
kidding.
I'm just kidding.
think
People
you
brought up
mentioned
some
it last
things,
time, but
and
yeah.
and he's like, he was doing a really good job of answering questions, and there were two questions where he responded. He's like, "Yeah, you're right. I should have done that. That was a mistake." Like, it's this
Wow.
line, and then he also he said he admitted he should have added like the personalized Targaryen crests to help differentiate with between the 3 Targaryens in the Trial of the Seven. They have slightly,
Again, not
he
like
just
you
gave them all
can
the
make
same
anything
crest.
out in the background, but
Exactly. They all have
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
crest in the show, and they're slightly personalized, in the story. So he's done a good job. Aside from the penises, he's done an awesome job.
Incredible job, especially after watching Stranger Things and hearing all of the bullcrap those showrunners have gone through and the darn interviews that they did. Holy cow, it's night and day.
Our viewers are stupid. It happened off screen. Okay,
Yeah,
deal with it. So the
Vecna
line
would have never imagined in a million years.
the line is really good, and and his response was, we had that line in the script at some point. It eventually got pulled off, but we tried to capture the spirit of that line anyway, even though they didn't physically say it. It would have been better if they said it.
Yeah.
It is when they're walking onto the field, he sees everyone there cheering and says, "Wow, there's so many people who have come to watch me die," and then they start showering him with praise. They start chanting his name, like someone comes up and kisses him, and like Dunk, and they're chanting him, and he's like, "Wait, they're for me?" And he turns to Steely Pate, says, "Who am I to them?" And his response is, "A knight who remembers his vows."
So that's interesting. Then is that so? It must be the lower, like the people on the ground as opposed to people in the stands, because
Yes,
it's after
it is
that
the
point that he
commoners
then is
who
trying to
come
say,
and kiss him.
"Hey,
Yeah.
how dare you?" Or is there no true knights among you and everything?
Yep. he thinks he thinks everyone is showed up to watch him die, but the people love him. The knights don't,
Okay.
because he's
That
shaming
would have
them.
been good to be able to distinguish that between the common people are for him.
Yeah.
Although I think I can understand though too that at that point he needs to be feeling really, really low, asking for help,
Yeah.
not getting it, getting the guy farting at him and everything.
Yeah.
But I think they could have
But
done
that
that
comes
with
from the
with
knights
that. I just
still.
Yep.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. I think you could have done it, but I think that it worked really well. Basically, not even giving us or him any support
Yeah.
going into that until you get Baylor coming in. I'm
They
not
could have
saying
had
it would have
that
been
scene-
better. It's better to keep it this way, but I think that it worked really well for what they were doing for it.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I think that's a good line, but I think that placement would have taken away from his despair in there. Yeah, in that time, in that moment.
And I
Dread
wonder
is the better
if
word.
this would be.
I can
This would
understand why
be
they took it out. Yeah.
this would be one of those situations where I almost would have been okay with, again, a shift where once they're done, hearing people cheering and him being like, wait, why are these people cheering for me? I just took out, or whatever, and being able to get that line somewhere afterwards as a reminder of like, but I don't know, maybe that doesn't necessarily land as well because again, at that point he's already won and maybe he's already feeling good. I don't know. There might be something in there.
Maybe it's a really good line.
A great line.
That is the crux of that's the moral of the story is Dunk is one of the few knights that remembers his vows, remembers his oaths, and
they kind of already got a
part.
similar zinger in, which it was not in the book, or it's not in the comic. Maybe it's in the book. I need to reread it. But his response to Baylor, when he's like, "What did you do?" Like I kicked him and I hit him. It's like I probably would have done the same thing, but I'm a prince and you're a hedge knight. Like, don't we all make the same vows?
Take the same vows.
Oh,
Which is so good. It's so good. So I don't think that line was in the book. So it's thematically it's there. So I'm okay with it. I would have liked the line.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's just such a great line that we really want it to be there, but I can see how it may not have really worked in the process of telling that story on screen for this medium. But man, it's a great line. Yeah. And like I said, the theme of the story.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is that they're going to continue making more seasons, so maybe they can sneak in some of those lines somewhere in the context of.
That's sort of what I was thinking. Yep.
So they dropped the trailer for season 3 the same week that they're doing reshoots, or I guess maybe they were done but they'd started reshoots a week earlier. Probably just like interior dialogue stuff, right? Nothing major. But that is.
Trailer looks good though. I'm excited.
It does look good. So okay.
Nice.
Dexter Ansel is
That's awesome.
just the coolest guy ever. The interviews with him are hilarious. I think I brought some up.
You brought one up last week of the not liking the swearing.
I don't like swearing. I only do it because it's my job. He made these custom. He made one for George.
He made.
And this is the one he gave to George.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. He made one for
That's
Ira
great.
Parker, and he made one for Sarah. So he's got their characters, and then the person he's giving it to.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
awesome.
I love this kid. I love this kid so much. And
Awesome.
And I will also say this: either his parents or his representation also deserve probably some really good shout outs.
Yeah.
Both for keeping this kid in a
Humble.
helping keeping him humble and in the right headspace, and not to necessarily take away from the potential that this kid generated this idea on his own. But even if he generated this idea on his own, there's going to be like a degree of them facilitating him, or even if he didn't, them bringing that to his idea. And unlike others, he actually was like, yeah, let's do that.
But I've watched him just talking off the cuff in interviews. I'm like, this was his idea. He's been coached maybe, but like this is a great idea. Yeah. He's just a great kid.
Awesome.
And he did a great job.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice. No, I really hope Hollywood does not ruin him because he is just a golden child so far. Really nice. I will say one thing I did notice during one thing I did notice during this episode is the shield looked really flimsy when Dunk was using it was bashing.
Yeah,
it is pretty
and
flimsy.
I don't know if I don't know if they're supposed to be that flimsy when they're charging at him with lances.
Oh, it was probably a prop shield. Yeah, it does it doesn't get cracked in half. It gets stabbed straight through in the book.
Oh, wow.
In the comic. So
I think he's talking about the Targaryen shield when he
Targaryen
was
shield, yeah.
got it.
When he was smashing
Yeah,
when he's
oh,
smashing.
Targaryen.
Okay.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get to that. We're not talking about the episode yet.
Their budget's low.
There's another
So,
very flimsy shield that I think needs to be called out, but it'll be in our discussion about Pendragon.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Right?
That was a cool shot, but I was like,
It was flapping in the wind. I mean, granted, it did crack,
It's a piece of paper.
but also it was like blowing away. And he was using magic to blow it away in the wind, but it did
Right,
kind of
it
look
was
like a feather in the
Yeah,
wind.
it was
Yeah,
bad. That was probably the worst part, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's been averaging 13, and these are like the internal numbers. So like this isn't even like Nielsen ratings yet. I think next week we'll get like episode 1 Nielsen ratings because it takes a while to get to it. You know.
Yeah.
Or it may have been this week. I don't know. We'll get Nielsen ratings soon, but it's doing really well. And episode 5, it's been gaining popularity.
Yeah.
And yeah, the reception is fantastic. Yep.
Yes.
There you go.
There you
Likeable
go.
characters, good writing.
Wait, on that last
Are these
one,
the-
whoa,
The
he's got
next
hair.
comment down-
Both of them have
He
hair.
didn't shave his head. I
the
guess
next comment down on that was like, "Oh, I haven't seen naked people on this one." I'm like, yes, you have.
Yeah.
Like the next comment down after that, awesome show. I haven't seen a single naked person or incestuous relationship or prostitute or brothel yet. Thankfully, like, well, you saw naked.
So you haven't watched the show.
Yeah, apparently I watched this. It's not as much.
But it
as
doesn't
Game of
need
Thrones
it.
sounds like that.
It doesn't need
You're right,
these
it doesn't
naked
need it.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that was funny.
This is the interview. Okay. So in Game of Thrones, you know the fate of these two characters. Okay?
I'm not familiar with them. The fate.
They become infamous. Okay, can I spoil a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to this point in their books anyway, so it's not really
in their books,
spoilers. We don't
But
know
it's
how
talked
it
about
happens,
in the Game of Thrones. As
It is talked about in the game.
Yes, it's talked about and in the show a lot. So basically, Dunk becomes captain of the Kingsguard, and Egg eventually becomes king.
I was going to say we've also had that told or prophesied.
we had the
to
prophecy.
us.
Yes.
We had the
Yeah.
prophecy, so it's not a huge spoiler.
I know that's
We had
why.
two prophecies. We had the two prophecies.
Yeah.
And you got the prophecy, which was the crazy old lady was probably talking about Summerhall. Egg is trying to bring dragons back. Something happens, and Summerhall burns to the ground, and a lot of people die. Whether that was hubris or sabotage, or a lot of people think it was sabotage, we don't know. And their fate, and both of them were presumed dead, along with a lot of other Targaryens. But they accidentally spoiled the fact that George told him that Dunk survives.
Dunk survives though, not Egg.
Egg
Not-
on
not necessarily.
dies. It's going to be
That
hard
point-
for a king to fake his death.
Yeah, I was
you
going to say
know,
because at that point he becomes the king, so like it would be hard for him to survive.
Yeah.
he is the king already. Yeah,
Yeah. At that point he's the king. So
yeah.
Aegon
There's
the
been
Unlikely, I believe, is what he becomes known as.
Egg on the
He's like the fourth son of a fourth son or something.
know
Is the sound working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
a bit about when Egg's trying to.
They're making puppet dragons too. Like,
Yeah. I love it.
I love this kid. He's so good.
know
That is
a
weird to
bit
see with hair.
about when Egg's trying to make dragons in the summer hall, and then there's a huge fire. But we know from George. We
don't know if that
we
is
know
exactly what
Dunk,
happened.
we know Dunk survives, but we don't know if eggs.
He tries to save him. We don't know. We don't
really know.
We don't know every.
We don't know that.
Okay, you
We
said it.
don't
Okay, you said it. Look
I
at
will
his
say-
face. Look at his. Oh crap! Oh crap!
He's got a little.
I will
Dunk
say I
survives.
really love.
But we don't.
I will say I like
He's trying so hard to save him.
Dunk with long hair. There looks really good.
I
Closer to the
agree,
comic.
David. I'm sad that they kind of cut his hair in the show. He looks
Yeah.
really good with long hair.
Who?
Yeah.
Dunk?
Dunk.
Or,
Dunk.
yeah.
Dunk.
Yeah, Dunk.
Yes.
Dunk
uh,
in the show.
well,
obviously-
he just did an
obviously
interview
he
this
has
week
long hair.
with long hair, and he's like, "This is in season 2."
Nice.
He's supposed
That's what I was
to.
gonna say.
He's
I'll bet
supposed
you
to have
this
long
is
hair.
Season 2.
Yeah.
I'll bet you this is season 2 hair that he's got on right here too.
Yep.
Yeah, like this is him from the opening page of the comic book. So
My wife has never had to fake anything. Thank you very much. Bless the boy. Yeah, he's so funny. His interviews are so entertaining.
No if egg survives yet.
Nope.
We don't know. We don't know exactly.
But we don't know. But we don't know. But we don't know if egg survives yet.
We don't know exactly what's happened. But let's just get this season 1 out of the way.
I love how Egg is still clueless. He's
He
still
just
just like.
keeps going.
he has no idea. Yeah,
Oh,
They
man.
should have cut
probably a
the
private conversation
so they
with
don't
George R. R.
know
Martin.
everything.
And it's
No
not the only
idea.
thing you spoiled too. We'll get to it later.
Oh, I love it.
House of the Dragon season 3 is coming sooner than we think. We already know when it's coming. Someone else shared this. This is not. I didn't bring this up.
Is it coming
Yeah,
sooner?
it might have
Because
been-
with
this might have-
reshoots-
It might have come 2 weeks ago before they released the trailer that tells us it's June.
Okay, got it. Great.
That's my
Okay.
guess. Yep.
Dig into the scale and authenticity.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that meme down there. That was good.
The guy likes
Yeah.
being a knight.
Yes.
Love it. Okay. I think this is another spoiler. Yeah, they said something. Henry
Whoa.
Cavill. Now he did.
Ooh.
Now, what's his name? Dunk's actor
Dunk?
came out
I
after
I don't know
this.
exactly.
He came out after this and said, "No, guys, that he was talking about something else. I wish Henry Cavill was coming to the show, but he's not." It
Which
really
could be-
felt like cover. It felt like he,
I was
like
gonna say,
he was
it-
given a statement.
Yeah.
It could be Andrew Garfield saying, "No, I'm definitely not in that movie."
Exactly. That
Or,
is
"No, I'm definitely not,
100% what it
Khan."
felt like.
But
But
being
watch,
like, "I'm not Khan. I'm not Khan."
watch this.
It
and
also
tell
could
me,
be
what you
that the kid misunderstood the information and he
That is
got ahead of
certainly
himself. And
Well,
he's a fan of Henry Cavill. So he's like,
He
"Oh, yeah, I'm
reacts
so excited."
similarly
Does
panicked
it?
in
Okay,
this
all
scene,
right.
so-
We'll see.
Can I say the thing I was asked about the Geralt of Rivia?
As long as we're all holding spoilers until a perspective
Oh yeah,
episode,
no, it's no
great.
spoiler. That first season, The Witcher, Henry Cavill saying, I'm kind of this comparison where it's like Dunk is kind of like his movement into Ashford and stuff. He's kind of a less sexy, less confident, less charismatic.
I gotta pause it there. He apologizes for saying the word sexy in front of a kid. I love this guy. Compare this to friggin' what's it, that stupid comedian who made the sex jokes about the Stranger Things kid, Patton Oswalt. Screw him.
Oh.
Finn Wolfhard, he's a little porn boy. He's got a porn name. This guy, he's just so classy. I love this guy.
Yeah.
Less sexy, less confident, less charismatic Geralt of Rivia. That's what I was kind of like, yeah, that's a good way to go, I think.
Do
Yeah.
you think we can say that?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, do you think we can say that he?
I asked them, they said it was cool.
No, do you think we can say that Henry Cavill?
No, God, no, I won't say that.
Again,
That's oh,
he's just he keeps digging. I love this kid.
Do you think we can say that? Yeah, I just asked. We can say that. No, do you think we can say that?
No, about the spoilers.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
That was great, man.
Do you think we can say the thing about Henry Cavill? What thing would it be? What other thing would it be? See, it's that same. It's the exact same. Yikes! I'm gonna get fired.
I think that's confirmation.
Sorry, you didn't hear that.
Yep, that's confirmation. Henry Cavill is involved in season 2.
I hope so, man.
that'd be great.
Either that or he's like in talks too, but it's not finalized yet.
Right,
You know,
right.
That could also be the case.
It could be that he's just being talked
it could
about,
also it could also just be like the Sanderson situation. Like, hey, like I'd love to if you have a part for me, I'd do it. You know.
Yeah. I could definitely see that too.
There's another interview. The kid's not in this one.
I would love to see Henry Cavill. Then.
Oh, he spoils some stuff that hasn't happened in the books, but he hints that their characters will be reunited in the future. We don't have to watch this one, but it's good.
Gotcha.
That's the tall old lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Tangel, too
Too
tall.
tall.
I was wondering if she was going to show back up in this season. I assume she'll show up in this last
In the
episode.
season? Not in the season, no. She's
Yeah,
done.
because
Really?
she took off. Remember?
She
She left.
The armorer said she left.
Oh,
Right after. Yep.
She's
I mean,
also
I wouldn't put it
only-
past them to have said she left and then maybe she came back or whatever. Like, I would believe that she could show up in the rest
No,
of the
like
season
they-
in spite of that.
They fled
I also don't
the
doubt
country, dude.
Yeah. Also fair.
makes sense too.
Especially if they don't know about what's going on with Dunk at this point, which why would they?
Why would you
if they-
stay to find out?
Yeah, why would you stay to find out?
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that's without knowing like that there's actually going to be a fight and that Dunk's just not going to be murdered for having tried to step in.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah. At this point, all they know is Dunk stepped in and he's in prison and he's probably going to be killed.
Yep.
And then they took off because they're like, otherwise we're going to be killed. Yeah.
Yep.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go for dinner. Or supper.
All
It's
good.
good to
Have
have
a
you.
good night.
CMX, great to have you.
Thank you. I'm gonna see you guys next week. I'm gonna try to get into the what is it called? A knife of the what? A knife.
Night
Of
of
the
the
Seven
Seven
Kingdoms.
Kingdoms.
A knife of the Seven Kingdom, and
It's on
the
HBO.
next week is the last chapter or episode.
Yes, it's the last
episode, yeah.
finale. Although
this
this
season.
this episode was kind of it was the climax of the season. So the last
Because
episode
that's
was
how
the
Game of
episode.
Thrones tends to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, true. So I'm gonna check it out then. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for having me.
They're great short
I will-
episodes too. They're only half-hour episodes, so
Yeah.
really easy to get through.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. We'll see
Have a
you
good
next
night.
time.
Buenas noches. See you guys.
Adios.
Buenas
Adios.
noches. That's terrible.
So
Spanish accent.
you are
Yeah,
you're muted, bro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, buenas noches. I said goodbye and it was muted. Yeah. Don't tell mom. I didn't even hit you there. It's perfect. The meme is perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the. Ooh.
That's
I will say I'm glad that I watched the new Rockstar's breakdown of it because it reminded me that these two brothers are actually really close, and that unlike what you would kind of expect for like this is the one that's next in line, and here's the following one, and he just stood up against your son. That it's like, oh hey, you could. It makes sense. I might take him out, and then I can be king. But this is like the younger brother that doesn't really want to be king. He loves his older brother. They work great together, and he's going to be broken up.
Yeah, no, they
That's what
love
we-
each other. That's in the next episode. So there's a really good line from Makor.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it.
I'm gonna
I'm
watch.
excited.
I think I'm gonna watch
I'm
the whole
so
season again in preparation for the last episode.
Do it. I'm
not a
gonna
bad
do the
idea.
same. I might, close your eyes.
I've got this.
I'll probably tomorrow night. I'll probably watch the finale, and then I'll probably watch the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna binge the whole thing. I'm gonna make my wife watch it too.
My wife actually caught up on it 2 weeks ago, and so last week we were able to watch this together, which was great because she was here visiting.
Awesome.
But it was also probably one of the harder episodes to watch. But it was also great that she got to be with me instead of having to figure out how to deal with the gruesomeness all alone. Yeah.
Harder than episode 2.
Yeah, well, yeah. She was with a neighbor, and
That
was
wasn't
talking
even
a lot
hard, that's
with
the
neighbor,
thing.
and so I think she missed that. She actually missed a lot from watching,
Good.
it, but she did watch it, and so we can watch it together.
Yeah.
This is a great
That's
scene.
good.
This is
Get up. There's been a couple
Good.
meme edits of this scene.
I loved him telling him to get up. I thought that was
Yeah.
great. Oh, really good.
Yeah.
Don't tell mom, you're fine. Yeah, no, they love each other. There's a really good line coming up in the next episode. I hope it has to. If they cut it, they're stupid. But there's some really good dialogue in this last bit.
Yeah.
And
I'm interested to see how it goes down. I guess I'm going to be spoiled because I'm going to read this before the next episode comes out.
Before tomorrow night?
Yeah.
I'm interested. What?
Before tomorrow night?
Yes.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm going to binge this the rest of this night.
Sure,
I got halfway through it today. What the heck is up with my...
I mean, it's a graphic novel, so yeah, it makes sense.
The novella is also really short. You could probably read the book before the next episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like 300 pages.
Yeah.
Nice. No, I was thinking actually for that line of "You're a knight that actually remembers his oaths." It wouldn't be bad to have that in this next episode, where like the people come out and cheer him, and he's like,
but they also
Why?
also said, yeah, it was a mistake not to include it, so it's not going to be.
It could be an Andrew Garfield thing.
Exactly,
like,
and
what if you did? What if you put the line in, and then you're like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. I should have. That was a mistake." And he's like,
That would make him
"You idiots! It's in the next episode."
Along those lines earlier in this in our discussion here, but the only, so I would love it. I think it would be great. The only thing that is that at this point, like it has a different like implication at this point, because now he's like, hey, I have beaten this. I have proven that I am, not wrong or whatever. And even though like, he
The
won't
context
have
of the
that,
scene's
like,
important too,
oh, man,
because he shows up. He's like, "Wow, they're all here to watch me die." Oh wait, no, they actually.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, oh, I won and they love me. There isn't the like. There isn't the like, I'm going to go into this. They're waiting for me to, so you're missing some of that. So I could see why they probably wouldn't put it in, but I could see them still incorporating it somehow.
It could have worked if they had that scene as he was walking up to the arena, and all the people, lowly people were going around him and saying, good job, whatever. And then he went in, and then the people on the stands booed him, and that would make more sense because he's like, hey, these people actually do love me.
All that I think would have worked if they put it in the right place where it was in the story. But trying to put it in afterwards may or may not work. And again, even trying to put it in that place does kind of undercut how alone and how depraved he felt. But I'm not trying to argue for they shouldn't have it in, because I think it's a great line. So what about this, sort of thing where I can definitely understand why they may have not done so, and why they probably won't do it in the next one. Yeah.
I think it would have. I think the perfect place thematically for it to have been is when he gets up when he does the fake out death. I think that thematically was a good place, but the way to do it is a flashback.
No, it's in the middle of a fight.
Right, I'm saying
flashback
because he's already having a flashback. He's already having a flashback.
Nested
to
flashbacks.
Starling.
No thanks.
Sure, but then I think because one of my issues with that scene is that there's not really anything thematically that's getting him to get up other than just Sir Arlen saying "get up," and I don't think that's
and you
as
hear
strong.
Egg saying "get up, sir, get up, sir, get up."
But
it's Egg and the white monster.
It's Egg. And the white monster. Yeah,
sugar-free.
But it's just. I feel like because the moral of the story is knights need to remember their vows.
Yeah.
So if that was the thing that motivated him to get up, that would make a lot more sense. So if he had a flashback of Sir Arlen going through something similar where he was shunned by all the knights, but then the people loved him, and he's like, "Why do they love you, Sir Arlen?" And he's like, "Because I'm a knight that remembers his oaths." And then he gets up.
Well, this is.
I don't know. I think that could have been cool.
This is
I see where you're going for with that. Yeah. I don't know. I do think this is one of those things where like it makes sense. You hear a lot of creators talk about like killing your darlings. Like this is one of those darlings that may just have to be killed for that situation. But yeah.
But that's the
thing is it's such a great bit. Go ahead.
This is what gets me up.
We need to more data centers. AI needs
No.
This is
Cure
good.
cancer, right?
I've seen this.
You're curing cancer.
We need to build more.
Did I
Yep.
send this to
We're
you?
not curing cancer.
Because I sent this to a lot of people this past week. It's hilarious.
Well then.
No, you didn't send it to me.
It's perfect.
Anyway, yeah. Salty's here. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the episode. I kind of disagree. I think the flashbacks were good.
I thought it was phenomenal.
I don't think it was like a girl. I saw some people saying, "Oh, she's just bossing him around," and the whole episode is showing how smart she is. It's literally showing she's a complete idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets
I don't know
herself
if she's
killed.
idiot, but yeah,
she
It's
is
her
reckless.
fault.
Definitely,
It's 100% her
she's
fault.
smart. She
She's
100%
reckless.
thinks that she's smart.
And she's smarter than Dunk, but that's because Dunk is an idiot, and that's been the whole point this whole time.
But he's more street smart.
She
He
a little bit.
he is more wise. Well, he's not wise.
That's the thing. She
She's
is
more
rash.
moral, is the thing.
She is rash, and he is not, and knows how to be bit more cautious. But yeah, I mean, I kind of see where they're coming from in saying that it's her showing off being smart, and I don't necessarily completely disagree, but I don't think it's an egregious level of like she's perfect. No, she's still a street urchin that has some things figured out and but from the perspective of a street urchin, also is rash and overbold and in taking the stuff. You know?
I was absolutely worried about the flashbacks, but having seen the episode, I was fine with it.
I thought the flashback was
really
great.
liked the flashbacks.
Yeah.
It shows Sir Arlen being awesome, completely drunk and remembering his vows.
Yep.
And
Well,
I liked seeing the girl die.
Oh my goodness!
It was pointed out.
It was
She was
dramatic.
annoying. I liked it when she died.
Out in one of the things that I was watching, that this would have been shortly after Sir Arlen lost his previous squire, and so probably a little extra protective of
He just
a young
lost
boy.
his nephew, I think, was a squire.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember, but I know it was supposed to have been just after he lost.
It was
the
a
last
relative.
one,
I'm pretty sure it was a nephew.
Yeah.
Do knights
really
need to
liked it.
remember their consonants?
It's because it sounded, when he said vows, it sounded like he said vowels.
Oh, vowels.
Oh.
Okay, I was like, what?
You like caught yourself and then restated vows to make it clearer. I didn't think it sounded like vowels, but I got where he was going.
I was definitely worried it was going to be a girl boss stuff, but like she doesn't even really boss him around that much. Like she tries to,
shows...
but like they have opposing view. He's like, hey, he's optimistic and she isn't. You know, like he doesn't just like she doesn't give him her personality, his personality. That's what I was worried about. I thought like the reason he's a good knight is because she taught him something, and that's not what it was.
No,
I was like,
it clearly shows
like
that
they were childhood
lived
friends, lovers.
Yeah,
she died.
But it clearly shows that they have opposing morality. And if she had not died and she had gone with him, his life would be completely different. His morality was molded by being.
If she was white, it would have been a different.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it wasn't necessary, but it wasn't terrible.
See, and to me, I think this is a situation where, to Aldown's point, like the auto girl boss red flag going up really easily, and I understand why you're feeling particularly sensitive towards that. That's just like, for me, it's not going to be nearly as quick to trigger, and I think that's a good example of like, I think it's easy to get really easily like set off by like, oh, it's definitely that.
Yeah.
But I really don't think that's what's going on.
But she's also not a girl boss. Like she dies immediately.
That's the thing is, we have so many girl bosses that we see a
beef,
girl like this, and
she's
we
dumb.
immediately assume it's a girl boss.
So
I just don't. My mindset still won't go there because I don't really agree with how egregious it is. Even though like sometimes it is egregious, I just don't think that half the places are as egregious. So
I didn't hate it. But I did think it was not needed until they brought in Sir Arlen, and then I was like, that's why they're doing this. And I do think what we got of Sir Arlen was important, and it might not have worked without the context. But adding in the context of the girl dying and the parallels of how this episode ends,
the idea that he's
I think it works really well.
I agree.
So,
I think if we had less girl and more Sir Arlen, maybe.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Like you still needed like some of the establishing stuff of hearing about
it took a while.
you do things different with these
Yeah.
with these high lords and this, that, and the other. And you need the idea that he kind of wishes that he could go after his mom, but he knows his mom's dead. But he's got that really like innocent, naive spirit, and that like it's unique. So you have that contrast of it, and then again the fact that he had something that he loved or someone that he was attached to that was ripped away from him, and that's when Sir Arlen shows up, so that he starts following him. Yeah. I think that was great. I think all of it was very good and necessary.
I was absolutely moving my mouse and checking the timeline and being like, how long is this gonna go? These episodes are short.
Yeah.
But then
also
it gets back to the fight, and also the fight was way longer than what we got in the book or the comic. So even though I was like, can we get back to the fight? The fight was still pretty long.
The fight was great. I felt like it fit in there really well because it shows him knocked out and goes to that flashback. So it didn't feel too much like it was taking away from the fight. But then at the same time, again, like a fight like that, it makes sense that it's going to go relatively quickly. So you need something else to kind of fill out even this short episode. If you tried to drag this entire fight out through the entire episode, first of all, more expensive. That's why they put all the fog in there.
You could have shown the other people fighting. But yeah,
this is a lot cheaper than showing the other people fighting, probably. Yeah. And I think it lends really well because it shows so much. I thought it worked really well. Yeah.
I really liked the flashback. So having flipped through the entire comic just now, the part that I haven't read, I can confirm that flashback is not in the comic. I haven't read the book. Is it? Do you remember that in the book?
No, it's not in the book.
Okay. So there's some
character is mentioned. The character is mentioned. I think it's actually a boy. It's supposed to be a boy in the book.
It's. And from what I understand, it's not super clear because it's such a small mention, and maybe it's probably a boy, but like it's such a small mention.
I think they explicitly say he was a boy. I'd have to double check, but yeah, it's mentioned. It's not in the story though. But yeah, and I'm there with like the comments. I'm like, I was definitely worried about it, but then the second that Sir Arlen shows up, I was like, it worked for me. So and if he didn't, I think I would agree.
I think that does say something about the director's ability to stray from the books. So if they do get to the point where they're making seasons before novellas are written, it might reflect the same quality that we saw in those flashbacks, which is a little bit concerning. But like you said, it still worked. And I thought it did work overall, but it was definitely a rough start, I think. And it was still an interesting.
We got a good story. The start we still got like of all the stuff going through of starting the charge, and of Baylor kind of giving him some direction and starting the charge and him kind of panicking and all, like, so we got a great start. Yeah.
We got Mrs. Martin Muses in the chat. Thanks for joining the stream. It was fun talking the other day. Let's see. Permanently scarred. Like, I think by the end of the flashback it worked, but I was definitely wondering why it was there the whole time. Witcher said, okay. It's not in the book, and thanks. He is definitely a boy.
Yeah, but not mentioned in the Hedge Knight.
It's mentioned in the book, but not in the Hedge Knight. Okay, interesting.
It was too long. It took away from the fight. Intentionally redirected you to pay attention to a diverse female in the middle of an all-Caucasian battle. Who gets her throat slit, though? That was cool.
I didn't even notice that she was unique, not white, I suppose.
I'll be honest, I didn't notice that either. Yeah. But I get what you're saying. It's a bit forced. It's just a small, tiny bit forced of DEI that, like, this could be a red flag.
20-minute flashback scene. Yeah, it could have been a little bit shorter for sure. Little bit shorter.
Yeah, maybe, but I still thought it like everything in there, I think, really lent to the storytelling that was going on there.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it fit thematically with him falling in the dirt or in the mud like seeping through the visor, and then he had flashback.
I will take. I'm also so glad we're arguing about this kind of scene,
right?
Like, oh, was a flashback that wasn't in the books necessary, as opposed to
why does he have a
what we
horse-sized
usually
schlong?
have to freaking complain about in adaptations. So I think it's a vast improvement.
That's true.
They skipped moments before the trial. Yeah. Stuff with Raymond painting his apple green. I think we'll get it. I think we get the green apple in the next episode. I think he'll
Green apple
bring it up.
painting it
Yes.
green?
So Raymond Fossaway steps
that was
away
not-
really quickly. He becomes a knight, and then everyone's like, "Wait, where did he go?" And he shows back up, and he's repainted his shield. He paints over the apple and turns it green. And he's like, "I don't want to be
Associated with
mistaken
house.
for that scumbag of a cousin." And he's like, it's a callback because he keeps holding his knighthood over him. He lords it over him. He's like, yeah, I'll knight you someday, but you're still too green. You're still too green. And he's like, well, I may be green, but I'd rather be green than full of worms.
I will say this is one of the great things watching some of those new Rockstars breakdowns, because there are little hints and clues to it in earlier episodes. Like when they're in the tent, there's a pile of red apples and one green apple sitting there. And they were saying,
Also,
they were saying this is a very interesting Easter egg and clue if you're paying attention. And I love that they brought it back.
Also, I really hope it gets
pick up the
mentioned
green apple
in the
and
next episode.
I don't know if
I
it's
hope we
up,
get
but
to
it's sitting
see.
there in the pile.
I hope we get at least this mentioned in the next episode, but I'm going to spoil it for you in case it doesn't. Raymond Fossaway breaks all of his cousin's ribs.
Oh.
He beats the crap out of him
Like,
in
as
the
part
trial
of
of the
this fight,
seven.
or the-
In the trial of the seven, it's
Wow.
wonderful. And Raymond is basically he's the one that does the drive by and knocks Aemon. It's Aemon? No, Arian. Right?
Arian.
Arian. When Arian is on top of Dunk, when they're rolling in the mud, and Arian's on top of him, he's the one who Raymond Fossaway is the one who swings by on the horse and just freaking smacks him off.
Nice.
And then you see him
That's awesome.
charging straight towards his cousin, beats the crap out of him.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, I guess since we've talked about this episode so much, you want to transition into talking
This
about
programming is
Madison
working on you
Kingdom
guys.
Full Force?
Look, I'm the first. I will be the first one to complain about Marxist indoctrination, and I don't. It feels like a stretch to call this that. So,
Who's
I think
saying
it's
that?
plausible.
I'm just.
DEI.
It's the start of 2 new lines of Fossaways. Yeah. Yes. Wow. How noble of you. Oh, sorry. How noble of you for not noticing the deliberate racial insert. I did notice. I didn't think it was that bad. Okay. I just. Let's see. Arian. Yeah. I got it right. I got there. Darian.
Remember we
breaks
had the discussion a
his
couple
foot.
weeks
Yes.
ago how basically his name is he's an Aryan.
Yeah.
It sounds a lot like Aryan. It's a little
sorry.
on the
I thought that
nose
was
after you
salty.
look at it that way.
I thought
Yeah.
that was salty telling me to read The Naked Communist.
I think that's Mark telling Charles to read, or me maybe. But yeah.
I do need to read it for sure.
Yeah. So Darian it falls off his horse like he says he's going to do, and then gets trampled by his own horse and breaks his foot.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, okay, I'm with Aldan here. Yeah, it was a dumb choice.
I think it was definitely more than likely it was saying we need a diverse character, let's put her here, but it didn't make sense, and we've just had so much of it that it comes across.
I also think
as,
there are so much worse and more egregious examples of that this one I don't even
100%.
care, because
He's a minor character.
I just don't even care.
I don't care
It's
if it
such
was
a minor little piece.
guy or a girl or
It's
what
not-
race it was. It
It's
doesn't
not
impact.
so far out of believability from my perspective that she'd be a little bit different looking, because that's fine. I don't care.
Now the race swap in House of the Dragon is a lot.
That was a
more
bigger. That was a bigger example of this, but it sounds like they made it work really well. I remember
They kind of found a way to make
it kind of works.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well,
what doesn't
talking about it,
what
and you were
doesn't
really
work
worried about it, but-
are the freaking wigs, which look retarded. the mops they're wearing on their heads, right?
Yeah.
It does.
I'm all right with them.
It doesn't completely, and I thought it was going to completely ruin the story because of the whole
Right.
There's literally a lineage
How
in
we're supposed to
question.
be able to tell. Yeah.
It doesn't completely ruin the story because it kind of leans into that and be like, hey, like
Right.
your kid's supposed to be black. He's obviously a bastard, but they're not allowed to say it because it would be treason. So it doesn't completely ruin the story. I still wish they weren't race swapped. You know, like it was a dumb choice. If nothing more, for just the freaking costuming logistics, which were horrible.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a big hug after the trial. Yes. Okay. Oh man,
Yep.
I can't.
So should we get
Except
into
Arian and Stefan? Yeah. What? I mean, we kind of have already
Talk about it.
discussed the episode vicariously, but anything. I loved the choice of just showing the whole fight from his perspective, and the shot where he goes from charging on the horse into where it zooms into his visor is just amazingly executed.
Those visor shots are so good, especially when he's just looking around the battlefield, and then when he gets knocked down and the mud seeps in through the cracks and blacks out his vision. It's like, man.
Somebody pointed out that the fact that he doesn't have like what was it? He doesn't have a visor because wasn't it Baylor that mentioned like his like the visors get a problem, like cause problems? Yeah.
It's in the book or the comic they specifically mention it. He shows up with the armor and shows it to Egg, and Egg is like, there's no visor on it. There's no indoor fancy doodads or whatever. It looks so plain, and he's like, well, the armorer guy says that it's actually stronger, and you see that the curve on the top,
it'll bounce blades away instead
of catching them like these crazy fancy ones that are meant to look intimidating, but they're not very
practical.
And he says that the visors are less strong as well, are less strong, are weak points anyway they can crack. Which comes into play a little bit with with Baylor at the end where he thinks his visor's cracked. But he's not even
I really actually liked Martina's point about, I do think that the girl looks like she could have been somebody who would have grown up to be whatever her name is, too tall. Because you had it pulled up when we were talking through it. But I think that works pretty well too. Yeah.
They look similar-ish.
Let's see. Yes. I really liked the episode. I mean, also I loved Dunk freaking slicing open Arian's like inner thigh.
Groin shot. Like there's a major artery there. That's
also, he goes half sword for a bit. Dunk goes half sword and grips with a two hand, which is a very like Shad probably loved.
I can't wait.
I was looking for any. Yeah, that would be.
They usually stream like on Sundays after the episode on Nerdrotic's channel. So
but he usually does an in-depth breakdown of a lot of these fight scenes. I was looking for the typical, unnecessary spins or binds with the sword.
Arian does one spin that was a little unnecessary, but it looked really cool.
Yeah. But also,
it's not a full spin.
That would kind of make
planted
sense
in the mud, and he kind of spins his top and hits it. It looked really cool, so I didn't hate it.
It's the sort of thing that it makes sort of sense that as this guy, he's a little bit more showy. He might try to do a showy move. Like I remember
everything about him is showy.
It's all about.
He has a flail. A flail is very showy. It's not a very practical weapon, and he's got his visor and everything. So he's very showy in general. It makes sense that he would spin,
and he's got the training to do it pretty, as opposed to Dunk having training, but to do it well, just to do it well, and just kind of bare bones, like maybe bare bones.
The most important thing to
made sense to me.
That's the usual complaint at these sort of fight scenes is that when they swing for the other person's sword instead of for the actual person, and I didn't see any of that. It was all very good, and especially when they went in to grapple with each other and stuff, and it was just
I
a
loved it.
really.
I will also
really
say,
good fight.
Dunk took a heavy beating. My wife was really worried that he wasn't going to get out of this. And there's a part of me that's like, it would make sense for him to die because, again, this is a world that is not kind to good people, as we eventually see with Baylor. But, like,
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, no, the fight was great. The fight was great, and it's a lot longer. I mean, basically in the book, he gets knocked off his horse. They roll around for a bit, and then it doesn't last very long. So
Yeah. I also loved that, like again, it was pointed out that, like, when Arian yields, Dunk stops. Like, he's kind of lost it for a minute there, but then that brings him back in, and he and I think you can tell me if this is wrong, but I think in the book, after Arian yields, he actually still tries to get Dunk. He still tries to take him out.
He reaches first. So Dunk stops, looks around. He's like, well, the fight's over. What are we doing? And everyone's still fighting. And while he's distracted, Arian reaches for a sword again. He stomps on him. And he's like, oh, okay, look, like I need, and that's when he bends over and drags him to the podium. Tell him what you told me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Which I love, because that again goes to the idea of this is a knight that is doing things the right way. He cares about the truth, about doing things right. He's not going to sit there and go like, cool, you yield. I have you at my mercy. I could just kill you. Yep. And that would have the same end result of me winning as you yielding. You yielding or you dying are both great options for me. Yeah. I could just kill you because you are a terrible trash person. And he could have done that. And it would have been better for some things, it sounds like, if he had.
And that's a good contrast with Egg, who's still young and he doesn't really he's not quite ready for the oaths because Egg wants him to kill him. He constantly shouts out to kill his brother.
Kill him. Yeah. Because, he also
he didn't do it in that scene, but I think it would have been fitting.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I also liked too when he was getting back up for the second time. He was using his sword as like a crutch to get back up and then kind of like hobble over, and then he's like, "All right." It was so good, so good. And again, I'm thumbing through. I haven't gotten to this part in the comic, but I was thumbing through it, and even like straight down to the injuries that he got. Yeah, it's like it's just like the eye swollen up and bleeding, and it's like.
Yeah,
it's straight from the book.
Wow. They added to that in the show. He just gets his eye hurt, but in the show he freaking gets almost his eye stabbed out, which I thought was really good.
Yeah. I was surprised that it was as bad as that. Like,
I think the eye injury happens.
Actually, lose an eye there?
No, I think the eye injury happens at the same time.
Grabbing
that he
the
falls
shield
off the horse.
and smacking him with his own shield.
Yeah,
but
smacking the visor off. It's just
man, that's so basically it. Like they fall off, they wrestle for a bit, and then he smacks him in the face with the shield. Like the fight is longer in this, and it was way cool. So
and you get Dunk taking some beatings. He gets beat crap in this.
Yeah,
like that's the thing to me. Like I would say, Arian got way fewer wounds than Dunk did, and yet Dunk is still standing, able to take him down.
Leg is nuts. That leg wound could have killed him.
And he got the lance right in his gut at the beginning, right at the beginning.
But his plate mail is double. It's double linked. So that's what's
whose plate mail?
Dunk's. That's it. That it's not. They didn't mention it in the show. And Baylor. Yes. Baylor also saves his life at the end by stopping them from pouring boiling oil on his wound.
Oh yeah.
No. It's a boiling wine.
Don't oil.
Boiling oil will kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
that, so again, Baylor just being the freaking bomb as well. It's just such a unfortunate.
No,
it's so unfortunate.
His last moments are thinking about his brother too. He's like, oh, my helmet's smashed. It was probably my brother. He hits hard.
He hits pretty hard. Yeah.
So good.
And like giving a compliment to his brother, who literally just smashed his skull in.
He literally just killed him, and he didn't. But
he just didn't know it.
It's beautiful.
His helmet was still holding his head together.
Baylor, he is the hand of the king, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, he died at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Dunk's
armor saved him, and the fact that Baylor was wearing his son's armor is what killed him. The armor's too small. That'll probably get brought up in the next episode.
Interesting.
The helm wasn't protecting him as much as it should.
Did he not bring his own armor?
No. Why would he?
He wasn't
going to be competing.
Oh.
So this was Baylor's son's armor that Baylor was wearing?
The one at the beginning, who he's one of the defenders, and Arian comes up and he's like, he thinks he's going to challenge him. He's like, "No, I won't embarrass you today, cousin." Then he goes and kills the other guy's horse. I'm
surprised that
not the
kid wasn't
Beesbury, the other. Oh, what's his name? It'll come to me. But yeah,
the other one that goes.
The guy like.
They got all the names in the back of this thing. They got all the coat of arms in the back.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Which one? There's.
I need to get a copy of that.
It's the one who has the same first name as the Beesbury guy. It's,
Beesbury. By the way, that dude, the Sir Beesbury with the dyed mustache.
I noticed that.
That's so good.
I pointed that out.
And I
what's
love
his first
it.
name?
I pointed that out the last time that we were on.
Humphrey
So 2 weeks
Beesbury.
ago, I pointed out that he had the orange mustache, and I'm like, that was
Humphrey
bizarre.
Harding.
No, he's supposed to. Yeah, so Humphrey Beesbury, and then the other guy who gets his leg crushed is also named Humphrey.
I'm not
Humphrey
saying he
Harding.
shouldn't have. I'm just saying it was bizarre.
Yeah, they go up against each other before the trial of the seven, and like they break like seven shields, 7 lances on each other, and it's called like the Battle of Humphreys, and everyone loves them. Yeah, Humphrey.
Yeah, Humphrey. Yeah,
nice.
The joke is. Makar brought is because Makar was prepared for his son to do something stupid.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's the thing is I do like, even though the Makar seems a little bit less like, obviously Baylor is great, like knows what's going on, gets everything, is smart, strategic. Makar has been like, wait, what? You know, when they brought up the trial of 7, Makar was like, "What the heck is that?" I don't even. But Baylor, he already knew, and Makar is like, "Oh, well, fine, I guess, sure." And then, but he also knows that his kid's an idiot. Like Makar isn't great, but
Baylor's also always been.
He knows his kid is an idiot.
Baylor's also always been the diplomat. Makar's also always been the soldier, right? And there is no animosity between them. They love each other. So.
That is incredible because especially in this world, it seems like the sort of thing that would of course be like on their mind. And the way they've set it up so far in the show, it was not obvious to me that because they had those like, come on, brother, let's just be done with this. Oh, let's go do that. Like Makar was trying to do things, and Baylor was like, no, we need to be calm. We need to handle this a little bit better, differently. So there seemed to be some conflict between them in a way that made it very believable to me that Makar would have been.
And they give him extra reason in the show. He's like he sees that his son is losing the fight, and he's trying to get to his son.
Yeah,
which is why he maybe starts fighting back a little harder than he was before, when he was just dueling his brother.
His brother,
and the Baratheon has to get involved to freaking hold him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal
I wish we
episode.
would have gotten a couple more shots of Raymond Fossaway beating the crap out of his cousin.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
I'm hoping they highlight that in this next episode. Then
I hope we get a shot of him just like in a stretcher.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be good.
Raymond Fossaway is the goat.
That's awesome.
I also like a lot of the dialogue in this episode as well. I think the fight was the highlight, of course, but they had some great callbacks to the I'll hunt you down with dogs.
That
was great. And Charles, you're absolutely wrong. I loved the get up scene with Arlen. The flashback.
It was good.
Arlen telling him to get up and then cutting to Egg shouting, get up, sir, get up, sir." It was great. It's fantastic. It was emotional. You're completely wrong.
It's a great episode.
All right, I could be completely wrong. I could.
There's going to be a lot of talking in the next episode, and it's going to be good. I'm excited for the next 2 seasons. Very excited.
Very excited.
That's basically it, right?
Yeah. I don't have anything more to talk about.
There's more news. The Mummy 4 is going to be 2 years?
2028.
In 2 years?
2 years and like a couple months. 2 years, 3 months, something like that.
It's confirmed we got Rachel Weisz back, which was up in the air for a bit.
Yeah. That's phenomenal news.
And I think they've officially said like the Mummy 3 like is no longer canon. And,
okay, good.
But we still don't know about I assume that's going to be the Egyptian guy, right? I could look those up.
No, they're saying these people are directing.
Oh.
Will direct is at the end of the
directed Ready or Not.
Oh, Radio Silence is okay. Sorry, I thought they were saying I didn't read it. I thought they were saying we don't know if other characters are coming back.
That there's radio silence about those other people. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Is it, the movie's called Radio Silence or whatever it was? Okay. Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
This is what
I didn't see that.
Oh my god.
That's so good.
We're not
Hold
curing cancer.
Hold on. What is he saying? What is he saying?
I can't hear it.
I know. He just says like this is insane or something. He doesn't say anything interesting.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
That's funny.
Now I'm a believer.
Now I'm a believer, yeah.
That's great. Let's see. This is actually pretty funny. Hold on, I gotta share the sound. We'll put this at the end. Hold on. That'll be a funny meme to end with. Let's go back. More news. More nerd news. Okay. We're gonna get political because it's funny. It's pop culture related. So Bad Bunny did a concert and everyone hated it. It's getting memed to high heaven. I'd never heard a single Bad Bunny song to begin with.
You're breaking up crazy on my end.
Man,
I'm hearing him just
He's
fine.
fine on me.
The guy literally sings through his nose, and I'm fluent in Spanish. I have a degree in Spanish. I speak it fluently. I couldn't understand a single word that guy said.
It's because he's Puerto Rican. I had the same problem. I don't have too much of a problem with him and his whatever. I think there was some good things about his show, but yeah.
I thought the music was terrible. I thought the performance was terrible. I didn't even care about the political implications. It was a bad performance. But he brought up a kid. He brought up a Mexican kid and gave his Grammy to him. And Ed Krasinski, whatever, the two freaking weirdos on X was like, he literally brought up the boy that ICE detained and gave him his Grammy. And it's not like he's so racist.
Yep. Whoops.
Yep.
Oops.
Congratulations, Ed Krasinski. You did a super racism. All Mexicans look the same to you, which tracks because the left doesn't actually care about the underprivileged. They're just using you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I will say from about Bad Bunny is I think his performance was terrible. However, I have known many people who I've heard some people give their own personal opinions that they loved the show. They thought it was really good. And people who speak Spanish who could understand it perfectly fine.
They had to have been Puerto Rican then.
No,
I listen to music in Spanish all the time.
There are lots of
the problem.
Spanish dialects.
Here's the other problem. Like, regardless of the political implications, okay? Reggaeton is already the worst music on the planet. I hate reggaeton more than country. And I'd never heard Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I've never listened to any of it.
I don't even know if I'd call his music reggaeton. Like, it was garbage. And he's literally singing through his nose. Yeah. I was like, I've never seen anyone do that. Like a famous sing, like, oh my gosh.
from my less informed opinion than even Alan when it comes to Spanish, but it's mostly just the fact that he's Puerto Rican, and Puerto Ricans very, very classically have very muddled Spanish, like it's very like Spanglishy too.
I've listened to Puerto Rican though, like I know it wasn't just that. Like he's a bad singer too. Like it was on top of the already hard to understand Puerto Rican accent. He was like special ed.
To me, 90% of that comes down to it's just not my thing. So like it has nothing to do with anything else about the show. But like
I'm able to pick out vocals anyway though, so I don't need to. But I did see the stripped backing track.
Yeah, no, I think whether or not it was a good performance is subjective. Some people like reggaeton, but I think
some people
politically
like country
it was
too.
ridiculous.
They can be wrong. It's okay.
Yeah, 100%. They're wrong if they like it.
And that's not even the argument I'm making. I'm saying like his actual singing is terrible. Okay? You can like reggaeton. Yeah. I don't know what the heck that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can appreciate some of the messages, some of the ideas of, hey, let's come together, let's be kind to each other, and that sort of stuff.
Messages.
I can appreciate that.
The songs were about
but see, that's not the message he was really preaching.
That's not most of the messages that he was really preaching, but
yeah. That's what it was masquerading as that message, but that's not the message he was really preaching.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Anyway, it's hypocritical. Okay. To bring that, since you brought it up, the whole thing was, I long live America, right? And then he lists all of the countries in America because
I'm
being cheeky. Yeah, I get what you're doing. Yeah. Also, we're the only country that has America in our name. So first off, that doesn't work. And second off, if we take you at face value, it's the United States of Mexico.
Yeah, I was thinking for some reason I thought there was America in there.
So first off, the argument is wrong. But push that aside. If you take his argument at face value, then why do you want to come here?
And see, I do say God bless all of the other countries in South America and all that. I love God bless them. I hope that they're one day as good as we are.
It wasn't God bless. He was saying because the Super Bowl performance is called like the Great American Halftime Show or something like that. And so he's like, praise, like we are celebrating the American halftime show. Here's Puerto Rico, and then he lists all the American countries. Yes, they are in the American continent, but it's called, a word can mean two different things. You know how gay means happy and homosexual? Like the American halftime show is not referring to the Americas, it's referring to the United States of America, you idiot. But also, so his argument's stupid, but also, if it's true, then stay there if they're so great.
They're so great.
Yeah, so there's two false things, 100%. America, even though it's technically the entire continent, America means the United States.
Right.
When anybody ever says anything America, it's the United States, and that's just a given fact.
And I can understand some argument or some discussion around the fact that other places, even if they don't have America in the name of their country, because they're in the Americas, would like to be able to use that a little bit easier. I don't necessarily care about that.
It's confusing.
Like that's to Alan's point. To Alan's point that like we're the only ones that have America in the name of our country. Then, so I'm not sitting there saying no. Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't be using America just to refer to the U.S. I'm not saying that, but I'm like overall, I'm like, hey, I'm happy to be trying to say, hey, let's try to be a little bit more kind to everybody, and this, that, and the other. Which again, to your point, I'm not saying anybody else is disagreeing with this.
Yeah.
To your point, that may not be what was really being said there. There's other pieces.
Not arguing against that. Yeah.
No, I agree, and I'm saying
I understand what you're saying.
I think there's a difference, though, being kind to somebody and recognizing that there are differences in countries. Like our country is objectively one of the greatest countries in the planet Earth. Maybe not the greatest.
Case in point, all of these other countries want to get here instead.
One of the greatest.
I wonder
why. You
why.
have to acknowledge that. They're pretending that all countries are equal when no, there are countries that still have slavery, have children slavery, and no, not all countries are equal.
Dude,
okay?
I love Mexico. Okay? It's kind of my thing. I lived there for 2 years, freaking loved it. I would never take my kids there. Ever.
Yeah.
Maybe when they're 20. we could go on a place, and I would never take them into the places that I was.
Yeah.
I would take them to places in Mexico very, very far away from where I lived.
You were in DF, right?
No. I was in Guadalajara, and I was in the slums. There was like 2 months of my time there where I lived in a nice area, and I immediately not even a month. It was 3 weeks, and then I immediately got moved back into the. So every place I was at, it was the slums. I went to I was in Puerto Vallarta, and I was super excited. I was like, I'm going to Puerto Vallarta. This is awesome. I was in the slums of Puerto Vallarta. I never saw the beach. I was in cardboard houses. I was like literally living in mud and squalor. And I loved the people, and I loved the place, and it is a shithole.
To play devil's advocate,
and it's their own fault. It's their own fault.
You did see the bad parts of Mexico. That's all I'll say.
I didn't.
No, so you did.
I saw a few
that's
good
all
parts.
you saw.
No, like I love it, but here's the thing: it's their own freaking fault. Okay, if you go to Guadalajara, so Zapopan really, there's a city on top of Guadalajara. It's still Guadalajara, okay, but it's called Zapopan. On the north part of Guadalajara, there's literally, it's almost like Niagara Falls, but like smaller scale. There's a cliff. There's a cliff face on the like if you're looking at the map. There's this arch horseshoe shaped
there you go.
cliff face on the top of the city, right? The city goes right up next to it, and there's a river that goes through the city, and there's like 3 waterfalls that come off of this cliff, and it could have been the most beautiful place on earth, but because they don't care about their country or how they live, it was disgusting. Okay, it was the poorer part of the city, and instead of taking their garbage to the dump, they would walk outside and toss their garbage off the edge of the cliff. And they'd been doing it for so long, you had mountains of trash that reached from the bottom all the way to the top of the cliff. Multiple mountains covering almost the entire cliff face. And the river was made of poop because they don't have a sewage system. They pump their sewage directly into the river. It was disgusting, and it could have been a freaking paradise. And that's their fault. Like it boggled my mind. There were so many areas in Mexico where it was like, what are you doing? There's trash everywhere.
So
Mark, the nice parts, Charles, are the Americanized parts.
Yeah.
Okay. They're made nice because people come there on vacation, and they won't do that if the streets aren't clean. If you walk a block in any direction off of the beaten path, it turns into regular Mexico.
Yes. So and that's kind of the dangerous message of the thing that Bad Bunny is saying. And Mark Clark, he noticed I hadn't said anything racist in 2 weeks, so here we go. The slate is being washed clean. Okay. The United States is objectively better than most other countries in the world for this reason. Okay. And that is a good thing, because the other countries look at us and they think, holy cow, they're so much better. Let's emulate them.
Yep. Yeah.
And if we pretend that they're all equal, then they're saying, "Oh, our throwing trash over the cliff is just as good," and there's no improvement in the.
You can't drink the water in Mexico; it's full of parasites. That we've solved that problem 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I got to do some Googling. At least. It's been a long time since we've solved that problem, and it's literally a third world. The state that they live in, it's so sad, and it's not out of racism. It's not out of hate. I don't think that they're lesser people. My heart breaks for Mexico, and I was just I was sad the whole time I was there, just because I wanted them to live in the paradise that they could be living in. It could be such a beautiful country.
I had a friend that served in Guatemala, and when he got back home, he opened up his fridge and just started crying because he hadn't seen that level of like opulence, the ability to have that much food in the fridge.
I came back to the United States and went to Walmart and got a headache. From there was too much stuff. I was like, I was overstimulated. I was like, I literally can't. There's too much food on the shelves. There's too many options. I was like, I was not used to seeing food.
Yeah. Anyways, so I sincerely love the
Mexico.
other countries. It's not racist. I hope God blesses them to stop being savages and be more like the United States.
Yeah.
God bless all of these other countries so that they one day be half as good as the United States is.
I haven't even talked about like the dangerous stuff either. Like
crime.
And the previous times, I think you mentioned little bits and pieces.
You've talked about it for sure. You've talked about having guys offer women to you. I believe you were offered children brides.
Couches thrown at the window at you.
That is way far down the way worse. I forgot about that because it barely registers on the holy crap. This is disgusting radar meter. Point of the story.
Well, we've gotten 2 hours and have just gotten through Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So
American exceptionalism should be venerated and it should be emulated. And it's awesome. I'm so grateful, man, dude. So grateful for running water and toilets.
And honestly,
and walls.
That American venerism is that's happening all around the world to all other countries.
Yeah,
a lot of their citizens are venerating us as and our standards and everything. It's only within America itself that it's being so derailed. All of our values and everything we stand for. It's mind-boggling.
Surprise, surprise. The people making the Narnia adaptation are completely ignoring the source material.
Lovely.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well.
We are doing our own take on it.
I'm choosing not to refer back to the source material. Wow.
No, he hasn't even read the books.
It's called an adaptation, you asshole.
Okay. Penisgate is
what?
Oh,
what?
Yeah. This isn't the article I sent you.
This is what you sent me, David.
They changed it then. This is not what it used
to look like. There's no pictures. I'll just fill you in on this. So the Olympics, the ski jumping, like the one where you jump really far and you see how far you go.
No, I know this story.
How far you go. So there's been a scandal in the ski jumping community where so they have rules on how you can build your suits, okay? And your suits have to be skin tight because if they're loose, it turns into a kite
catch some extra air.
And lets you jump further. Okay, and it's the teeniest alterations can give you like feet and just and this is watch your profanity.
Ask a cyclist or a swimmer that shaved their legs.
Profanity, Dave.
Who's
Watch
profane?
your profanity.
They had to tune in then.
Did someone profane?
David said
I profaned.
I profaned first.
Oh,
but
no.
David said a naughty
Dexter
word.
would be.
Pardon
Dexter's
his French.
soul would be.
David just
get ready
brings
for some more.
David just brings a certain je ne sais quoi to the show. Pardon my French.
One of my favorites was a kid in high school said something, pardon my French, and swore or whatever, and the French teacher was right there and was like, that wasn't French.
Never is. That phrase makes no sense.
Yeah,
it's funny. Like,
right. I did. I dropped an S-bomb. Yes. So
any examples of
the show's PG-13
would give you multiple feet.
Okay. So it has to be skin tight. literally just like a little extra looseness on your can give you a lot of distance.
So what they do is they do a body scan.
Yes, they scan
3D
your
body
body,
scan, and then they make a suit that fits you skin tight, right?
Yes, you're not allowed to make your own suit.
So they make it for you. There's been some drama because people have been artificially injecting their
they've been
genitals.
injecting their penises with hyaluronic acid, which is harmless, but it flares it up.
Yeah.
So that their penises look bigger temporarily.
So there's more room down there.
So they make the suit bigger, and it's like getting like a webbed fingers in swimming. You know, it's like it just adds a little kite. You said to read the comments. I didn't do that.
I don't remember what the comments were. I think they were hilarious though.
Come on now, who amongst us can honestly say they haven't injected acid into their penis for performance gains? Hello, just me?
Yeah, it's insane. So yeah, it was multiple people doing this, and they caught it and they had to ban that practice. It's like, oh my gosh, what a
what a world,
right?
Look, all they have to do is just take Ozempic, and that fixes the problem.
Yeah.
So, okay, David, I know you asked me to read this beforehand, and I didn't do it.
Oh,
but you wanted to talk about Matt Dinneman.
Yeah. So there's some potential drama.
Yeah, I think I know what you're
talking
about. So.
I think there's. He made some statements on his Reddit, and there's
He's Dungeon Carl, right? Yeah.
Yes, Dungeon Carl. There's a couple different ways that we can take this, and I don't think that there's been a couple conservative commentators, most notably Ron Della Rose, that is jumping the gun on this, and I think there may be something to it.
Frequently,
he does frequently. I think he's
probably more off. He's probably jumped to conclusions more than he's been right. He has been right on a few things. Like I was grateful he was one of the few people that was talking about the Brandon Sanderson stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
So like I don't. But
on that,
there
are warning signs
on a lot of stuff.
So essentially, what happened is he was in an interview, or two things. Okay, so he was in an interview about his new book, Operation Bounce House, which is not part of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. It's a new series he's doing. But he was doing an interview on that, and someone asked him about his politics or whatever, and he said, I think, it's Operation Bounce House is going to come out, and you're going to be more clear on where I stand on some particular issues or something, having read this or whatever. And apparently there's something about in the book, it's like a dystopian thing where aliens come and subjugate Earth or something. And I don't know.
So Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But no, slightly different. But they mentioned Earth, the violence and gun violence or something that's happening down on Earth, and said, "Oh, that sounds like a dystopian nightmare," or something like that, And there's some other digs about modern politics and stuff like that, right? So whatever.
I agree.
That's fine.
I think this is a nothing burger, but yeah.
Well, that's not the problem. That's one of the problems. The other thing is that he said that he's always been political, and that Dungeon Crawler Carl is political, and those that don't understand that it's political are the kind of people that he wants reading his books because they don't realize that they're being preached to or whatever. And so there were people that were in his Reddit that were talking about the politics of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and he said, please don't talk about this in the Reddit. I don't want this Reddit forum to become a political discussion, which I applaud him for, right? He said, I don't want to talk heavy-handed about politics in my books. I want it to be subtle. because the implication is he wants the stories to appeal to conservatives and sneak in a bit of subtle messaging to convert them to to woke ideology. That's the implication behind all of that.
To me, this sounds like the people who say, "Oh, capitalism is evil," and then they point to an example, and it's not capitalism. You're like,
exactly.
No, that's communism. That's socialism. That's crony capitalism, and I hate that too. And if you actually knew what you were talking about,
exactly,
you would be
a conservative. This is 100% what it is, because I can see the kind of things that they're saying is maybe a political commentary in Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I 100% agree with him, right? He's an anarchist, right? He's against fascism. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm against fascism too, but in modern politics, that word has been thrown around a lot, and people don't know what it actually means.
Gay doesn't mean what it used to anymore.
Exactly. So I think this is probably a nothing burger. I mean, I don't think he's conservative, right? But I don't care because
he's probably
I will
centrist.
I will read any book as long as it's good and I enjoy it, right?
It's like, that's the thing. If you want to tell a good story, it's inherently conservative.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
Because it's based off of reality and truth, and it's kind of hard to tell a good story
it's surprising
without including those themes. Like good and evil have to exist for a good story, and the left doesn't believe in good or evil.
It's the same thing with how they said Andor was a commentary on the Trump era, and it's going to be widely political and everything. I'm like, no, it's not. You may see that in there, but it has nothing to do with
that's because you see Trump as a villain, and so hey, look at these villains, that must be Trump. But you're like, well, you're just stupid. So
so I think it's dumb. I think
this is a non sequitur, but the whole gay thing, I got into an argument in my comments on one of my videos.
Oh yes,
about freaking about the it was a tweet. It was a tweet about Good Omens.
Oh, Good Omens. That's
season 2.
That's right.
It's because season 3 is coming out, and it's just going to be one 90-minute episode. And I was like, oh, this is dead on arrival, right? I said throwing out season 2 ruined the show. Throwing out Terry Pratchett's treatment for season 2 was not the direction to go. That's all I said. And then everyone on Twitter started calling me a homophobe. I was like, okay, so you know what the problem was. Like, I didn't even bring it up. But for some reason, the entire season was literally like 3 gay romances. It was gay the season.
World will end
the plot of season 2 was the world is going to end unless we get these 2 lesbians to hook up.
Yeah.
Which has happened more than once.
That plot has.
Crazy how often that happens. I didn't even bring it up, and they're like, "Oh, it's because you're a homophobe." I'm like, "Okay, sure." I'm like, that's like I've clearly laid out. But the thing is, I was like, they're like, you just don't like it because you're a homophobe. I'm like, no, I don't like it because Terry Pratchett wrote a season 2, and Neil Gaiman threw it in the trash. Okay. That's why I didn't like it, and it made no sense. Also, and they're like, okay, fine, if you want to talk about it. I don't think that making Aziraphale and Crowley gay for each other was a good choice. I don't think it was interesting at all. They were more interesting as platonic friends, as best friends. I loved their relationship, right? And they're like, oh, show me in the book. They're like, I was like, but the guy says, but they're gay in the book. I was like, they're explicitly not gay in the books. And like, okay, show me in the books where it says they're not gay. And I was like, in his previous comment, he said I had no literacy. I had no media literacy. And then in his next comment, asked me to prove a negative, which is super ironic. Okay. And then he said, I'll give you the proof that they're gay. And he brought up a quote saying that Aziraphale was as gay as a bunch of monkeys in a tree on nitrous oxide. And I'm like,
so you mean happy?
You retarded. Nitrous oxide makes you laugh.
Yep.
He's saying he's gay as in jovial, you moron. And he's like, no, this the meaning of that word has changed. And I'm like, yes, that's my point. He's like, yeah, but this book was written in the modern era.
But the context
but it's
is
a
clearly
period piece,
happy.
kind of.
Yeah.
And the context, if nothing else. The context.
I'm like,
beyond anything else.
read the context. He was gayer than a group of monkeys on nitrous oxide.
I don't think that I've seen monkeys on nitrous oxide.
Does that mean they start banging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty ridiculous.
Also, that's a one passage where it says he's gay. It doesn't show them doing anything
exactly.
gay.
It explicitly shows them being friends and not being gay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even if they were described as gay in the books, they don't ever kiss in the books, right? They don't ever make out.
No.
Anyway. Nope. Pretty dumb.
Incredibly dumb. Anyway.
Yeah. Now they're in a strange spot because Neil Gaiman is not in the
yeah, now Neil Gaiman's canceled because he's a freaking creep.
So.
Right. The meaning hasn't changed. It is frequently used to mean something else. Yeah.
Right.
I'm saying the context of the word, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Pro sodomizers.
This is I think this is Devin Erickson's greatest tweet of all time, which is saying something because they're all pretty high up there. He's responding to he's responding to someone responding to this. Like, okay, feminism destroys women. Okay. If you that's sad. This makes me really sad because she was genuinely beautiful and I don't know what that is. That is not appealing to me. And this person is saying, "Oh, men don't like women on tattoos on women because it shows that they have agency." It signals that the woman's body is hers and no one else's. Okay, first off, that's sad. Like, you should want to be in a relationship, that's the beauty of relationships is it teaches you to be selfless. Like, I belong to my wife and she belongs to me and we do things for each other that we wouldn't do for ourselves.
They don't understand what selfless
literally
mean.
Makes you a better person. Okay. Except it undermines and rejects men's entitlement to our body. No, we're not entitled to our bodies, but you should want us to like them, right? Like you should, I guess you can go die alone if you want, but okay. No. Okay. So his response is
objectively not good for you though.
Amazing. Right. I think tattoos on men look stupid too. There's a sort of woman who is deeply and personally offended that men don't like thing. And she always has theory. Theory is about how men don't like thing because they are bad. All of this is explained by story. Story might be plausible and make sense, but it's one of those infinity stories that would be plausible, but it's
one of infinity stories.
Infinity stories that would be plausible and make sense. She picked this one because she likes it. If her favorite version of story is one where men are bad, then either she doesn't like men very much and wants people to think men are bad, or she likes it very much indeed when men are bad. To tell you which type you are dealing with, check Amazon to see if she has written a book called Sold to the Billionaire, an age gap billionaire BDSM romance. Billionaires and Babes Book 1 with 4.4 stars out of 5 from 3 ratings.
No way.
I love Devin Erickson.
Wow.
Finish book 2.
Yes, please.
I know. I know one of your wives had cancer. Okay, I know it's taken a while, but finish book 2. Are we spinning? Oh, is the internet giving out? Oh no. I can still see. Did we ever go live on X? No. For some reason, we never went. We're not streaming to X. I don't know why. I didn't change anything.
Still-
Maybe
I'm seeing the video still coming through pretty
No, like it
smoothly
never
on
came up.
YouTube. Yeah, I'm saying on YouTube.
We're on YouTube and Rumble, but
Yeah. I'm just saying we're not spinning on my end from YouTube. So my guess is
No.
that
I might have
Fabian needs
accidentally forgot to
refresh.
click the button that also sent it to X. Some people are into tattoos. Sure, yeah. Some are not. There's having a tattoo and there's
I
being
think
heavily tattooed.
some
It's spectrum.
tattoos can be attractive,
I don't like any of them.
but
Yeah,
they take
I
away.
like my very pale.
Devin Erickson has 2 wives.
Yeah. They're better at advertising his books than he is.
Well, one of them is on Twitter and advertises books. The other one helps with the editing stuff. She doesn't like the public side of things, but yes, he has 2 wives. He's not a Mormon either.
Well, of course,
He wouldn't be Mormon anymore if he was.
I know, but he could have been like an offshoot. We don't do that anymore.
He could be,
but there are
fundamentalist,
some people who were Mormon, and they're like, "Oh, we don't like that you changed that rule," and so they kept doing it.
they call themselves Mormons. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You like
I
tortillas,
love
got
this comment. I like my pale freckled husband because I like tortillas.
Yep.
Oh, we got to talk about Tom Sharp. Okay, there's a few more. David, okay. Severance season 3 they're still writing it, right? Is that what the news is?
Are they still writing it?
I don't know. That's
Who sent this to me? Not this isn't me.
I didn't send it.
Release date in his future.
I might have. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I read this. It's still being written.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
frustrating.
Yeah, I've kind of. I pushed back a lot on people who were calling it a mystery box show because I'm like, it kind of feels like they know where they're doing. I think I will have to eat those words because they very clearly did not know where the show is going to go.
I'd rather
there's a difference between knowing where the show is going to go and having the entire series.
And I think the difference would be it would be quicker to write season 3 if that was the case. Star Wars retcons Grogu just 3 months before the Mandalorian movie. What happened to Grogu? What did they retcon?
I didn't read this whole article.
I didn't either.
But, and I don't remember what it talked about. Yes, no, I remember what. Okay, so there's a comic that
they retconned a
introduces.
comic. I don't give a crap.
It introduces some more stuff about Grogu and how he escaped Order 66.
Great, cool.
So,
didn't they already show that on the show?
They did.
They got
but
Ahmed Best
it gets
to do
worse. No, not only is Ahmed Best a different Jedi that helps him escape, but he's helped escape by none other than Jar Jar Binks. I'm not kidding.
I don't give a crap.
We have the comics.
I saw
Jar
some
Jar
of
Binks
that.
and Ahmed Best, who plays Jar Jar Binks but is not Jar Jar Binks and a different Jedi. They both help him.
Here's the thing about that though. It's first of all, you can completely not care about this, but also this doesn't change anything. They make it sound like they've changed something. They've taken it from being one thing to being something else. And it's like, no, you're so dumb. They just added a little bit of extra things that was completely unnecessary and kind of dumb, but it didn't change anything.
Yeah.
This time, it will be different.
Please come back. I promise I'll be good.
I don't care.
So anyway, I
That's
went
nice.
and
Yeah,
saw Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, and it's amazing. I took our brother James to go see it. He hadn't seen the TV show or any of Matt Johnson's movies, and he said this is the funniest independent film I've ever watched. He loved it. I loved it.
About it.
Nice.
And this is one of the best gags I've ever seen on Twitter. Guys, I'm about to see a Nirvana concert. Wait, what? I got duped. It's Nirvana the band. I think it's still going to be a great concert, though. Wait, apparently it's a TV show called Nirvana the band, but I'm still down for whatever. There better not be any more surprises. You guys aren't going to believe this.
That's pretty good. Despite the
really
flag
good.
in his background, that was a pretty good post.
I don't even care. It's a good joke, man. It's a good joke. Okay. I was wrong. I was wrong about Nirvana the band, the show, the movie. I thought that they were making the movie and they were repurposing season 3, which is notoriously unreleased. They filmed it like 10 years ago, and it's been in a legal dispute ever since. The company that they made it for got sold, and then the rights were just like, you can't have them, but also someone bought them, but you don't. And so they've been trying to get to buy back their show, the rights to their show, so that they can release season 3 that they filmed 10 years ago, right? And it's just been in limbo. Recently, it was all purchased by Neon. Okay? You can't find any of the show right now. Okay? But they just announced he didn't ask me anything too on Reddit about the movie. And answered a whole bunch of awesome, really good news. They are planning on re-releasing the first 2 seasons and season 3. So we are going to get season 3. They didn't repurpose any of it for the movie. What they did is they actually repurposed footage from their web series that came out, which is really short. It came out before seasons 1 and 2. So the movie is their web series and exclusively new stuff that they shot in 2003. And the movie is hilarious. I think it's the best comedy of the decade, maybe the last 2 decades. There haven't been a lot of good comedies. Like, I liked The Naked Gun. I think there were maybe 2 jokes where like audibly like laugh reacted, the uncontrollable, like, and most of that joke, I was just chuckling. That was clever. I really liked that. I enjoyed the movie. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, the entire theater, not just me. And it was pretty full. I was surprised. It was, I paid full price. I saw it opening night on Thursday. I had to go all the way 3 cities over, but the cities are close together to get to it. Nirvana, the band, the show, Mark.
Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
No, but he's asking seasons.
There are seasons of the show.
Of Nirvana, the band, the show. This is Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. The entire theater, uncontrollable laughter. Like, I could not hold in the laughter. It was like cathartic release of just, this is so freaking funny every minute.
Nice.
There is a joke every freaking 30 seconds in this movie. It is so dang funny. It is so dang clever. You don't need to know anything about it. Obviously, you should watch the show. You can't, though, legally. There are ways of finding it, okay? I suggest you find those ways, and also when it comes out, watch it legally too, because it's hilarious. I love this show. I love this director. Watch all of his movies too. The Dirties, Operation Avalanche, and Blackberry. I think this is his best movie. It is so hilariously funny. James loved it. I loved it. And it's great. And they said season 3 is still canon. So all 3 seasons are canon, but only the first 2 episodes of the web series are canon for reasons that happen in the movie, which are hilarious and might have to do with time travel. The movie is a freaking masterpiece. Go watch Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. You might have to drive a little bit to find a theater that's showing it. And that's all I want to say. Except for, also, one of the questions that they were asked is, hey, how in the heck did you get they released a poster, this one, which was parodying Marty Supreme's poster, and they released it within hours of Marty Supreme's poster release. And they're like, how did this happen? And they said, we were accidentally CC'd on an email. And they showed us the Marty Supreme poster, which is, I thought I had a picture of it. They accidentally showed us the Marty Supreme poster. And so we copied it, and we're planning on releasing it at the exact same time, but we got our schedule mixed up, and they accidentally released it 3 hours afterwards.
Wow.
It's this one.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
screw you.
No.
It's
You
this.
saw it there, yeah.
I can't make it bigger. Holy, I freaking dude. Google
right-click-
Images. Google
right-click
Images
and
is
say open-
garbage. It used to
open
be the
image.
best thing on earth. This is so
Yeah.
bad now.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
You can still
absolutely
right
correct.
click it and say open image in new tab. You should be able to open up the whole thing. But
Oh,
we
yeah?
we can see it there. There you go.
Oh, that's a neat
Genius.
trick. I need to
They
know that.
accidentally
That's
got
awesome.
CC'd.
That's hilarious.
That's
I
awesome.
love I love Matt Johnson so much. Watch the show, watch the movie, and
So-
then go watch all of his other movies too.
I'll just toss this out. I think this is a pretty decent spot to put this in there. I think a couple weeks ago I spoke about being able to catch the first little bit of Solo Mio
Oh,
in
yes.
the theaters. I finally got a chance to go back and actually watch the whole thing, and I can give you some other thoughts on it. But I will say it's the first time in quite a while I feel like I've been in a theater with more than just one or two other people actually in the theater there with me. And watching it with other people reacting to the movie made it a much more enjoyable movie than it was otherwise on its own.
Gotcha.
Let me just toss out there that I liked parts of it, but they almost sold the So the whole premise is
He gets left at the altar.
that he's left at the altar, right? They take 5 minutes at the beginning of the movie setting up the romance of him where he's going to get left at the altar. But they did too good of a job of setting up that romance and not enough of a job of setting up why it was not going to be working out or why she decided to leave him in a way that made the rest of the movie harder to watch, harder to get on board with in a certain way. So anyway, it was still a really good movie. And the only reason maybe not the only reason, but one of the big reasons I enjoyed it as much as I did is because I saw it in a theater with other people. So putting that plug in there, that's how it connects to what you were talking about with.
Well, maybe it's maybe
Nirvana,
it's supposed to come out of left field because it surprised him too.
I think that's kind of what they were going for, but there was just something about it that still didn't sit right with me because it didn't. I don't know. It was really frustrating.
They've been marketing that movie incredibly well. They sent Kevin James.
Dudes Go Free.
Is that his name?
Kevin James. Yep.
They sent Kevin James to the
Super Bowl
and had him in a tux
alone,
and just oh no,
being there alone.
I think left me. It was really good.
I think there's some cool things about the way that they're doing the movie, and I like some of the things they're trying to go for. But I still enjoyed lots of pieces of the movie. There were some really funny lines, really funny bits in there, but that really hung it up for me. Who?
Jesus is
Kevin
an actor.
James. Yes, yeah, the Jesus actor.
Jonathan Romy,
the guy from the Chosen, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't know if he's being facetious here either, but he's teasing some other projects he's working on that have been mentioned in the past, which is a Kill Hitler film, which has apparently been shot, a Lovecraftian cult movie, which has been shot.
I love that.
I think he might be joking, right? Vice drug smuggling. Something about a historical train crash movie, and I don't even know what this is, but I hope this isn't just a joke, but maybe he's lying.
Is he saying Hitler's been shot?
Man,
yep.
I want to see more movies from him because he is phenomenal. I finally watched Blackberry a while ago.
It's so good. Season
It's
3.
Oh, was that
really
that's the one that was on that's the one that was about the BlackBerry phone and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I did like that.
It was
That's
on,
the one that I've
on
seen.
Apple
Yeah.
TV.
That one's also very different from the rest of his catalog. It's
Okay.
it's
Yeah, I
more
was gonna
serious.
say,
It's
this
still
one sounds
funny,
like-
but it's more serious.
it's
It's
more of
it's a
a
legitimate
serious-
biopic.
Yeah.
Was that one on Apple TV though?
No, I think it was on Amazon.
'Cause that'd be hilarious if it was on Apple.
If the BlackBerry movie's on Apple,
Yeah, season 3 is all canon. But after episode 2 is no longer canon in the Vice timeline series. Oh yeah. Didn't David you read one of those?
I started reading one of them, but then I had to move on to another project. The problem is the narrator for the book is very, very British, and it was kind of hard to understand him a little bit at the double speed that I usually listen to books.
They also added scenes that'll only be on the DVD, which I will 100% be buying. It's so good.
That's cool.
there was one, someone asked like, hey, like how hard was it to market this movie and to convince producers to not change the name of the movie? And he's like, it's been a freaking nightmare.
Yeah.
But I watch the movie, please. Like, I don't want to spoil. It's
I haven't looked super hard, but I haven't heard of anywhere around me that has it.
It's not anywhere near me. Where is it gonna? Do you know if it's gonna stream anywhere?
Yeah, I don't
Eventually,
know.
probably, yeah. I mean,
I would imagine either Amazon or
why? So why is it called?
Because I'm trying to think of Neon. Neon might.
It's called Nirvana.
With,
Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Okay, the TV show is called Nirvana, the band, the show, and the premise of the TV show is they are in a band called Nirvana, the band. Yes, it's a dumb name. And that is kind of the joke of the show, is everyone thinks they're Nirvana, but they're not. They're Nirvana, the band. And the premise of every episode is it's another like get rich quick scheme to try and get a show at the Rivoli. The Rivoli is a tiny venue across the street from their apartment. And that's their lifelong goal. And so every episode is them coming up with a stupid plan to get booked at the Rivoli. And they're willing to do just about anything except actually write music or call the Rivoli and ask if they can play.
Yeah.
It's genius. Okay? Not to spoil too much. There may be an episode of the TV show where they're in a hostage negotiation situation.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up, but I didn't know if I wanted
maybe their demands are, we want Nirvana, the band, the show to play at the Rivoli. Okay. It's really freaking good. And because it's episodic, you don't need to know anything about it. You can just go watch the movie. It's just another instance of.
If we haven't seen anything with the show, we could still go see the movie without any problems.
Loved it.
So, question: Is the movie supposed to come after everything else, and does it conclude the story?
I think it comes after season 3. No, it's I can't. Well,
or is that spoiler?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to the question,
David.
It's
confusing.
It's genius. Okay, we got to get to.
I want to watch it. But I kind of wanted to watch the show first, but maybe I won't.
Okay,
it might be too late. I might have to pop out.
I found another AI thing that is kind of like the one I wanted to show you that got taken down. Mm-hmm. Not as good, okay? But this is what you should be using AI for. Okay? You can just film, you can get a real performance. And then
use it to replace
I think this is a step too far too. Like, I think you should have people in costume. I think you should be spraying water on them in the scene, but like, this is the kind of stuff where AI is going to excel.
Right.
Yeah. 100%. Is it? Well, that fire scene is a little bit.
Yeah. But like, I could do this. I could make a movie.
Yeah. This is still really extensive, but I could see
it still has a ways to go. Okay, it's not there yet, but like, it's
but things like filling in background or giving you concept that you then take and do more CGI on top of and stuff like that. I think now I don't like what the businesses are doing with AI, and they're forgetting the consumer, and RAM and GPU prices are skyrocketing because they're not selling. Anyway, that's a whole other thing.
But House of David is using their AI really well. I think that was a perfect example of they had real performances, they had really good stuff, but they just, in the wider shots where they showed the battle, they used AI to make their.
I wish they would have cleaned up some of their shots in post.
I love Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
I've watched a lot of his movies. There's still a few that I haven't seen yet, but I will watch a lot of Eastwood.
I need to watch. I've only seen 2 Eastwood films.
Okay, one more. This is fun. This is real fun, and then we can talk about Pendragon.
Just got off the phone with rock, paper, and scissors, and we have a historic piece there. No one could get it done. Biden, he didn't even know what the hell was going on with it. And for thousands of years, rock, paper, and scissors, they've been beating the hell out of each other. You have rock, you have rock beats the hell out of scissors, and scissors beats the hell out of, I mean, really, what scissors does to paper is really nasty. Now, paper over rock, I don't understand it. I mean, I guess rock can't breathe or something. It just suffocate the hell out of rock. It's crazy. But the bottom line is it's a triple threat. Usually it's two countries. I mean, we've solved 98 wars, and it's usually two situations, but we have three. So I talked to scissors, and really rock was not moving. I mean, rock was terrible. He wasn't budging. But, you know, scissors and paper came together. You know, you never would have thought that. Scissors and paper would have come together. But we got it done. And that's 114th war that we solved. I mean, we've solved so many wars. We've solved 122 wars. So this war is the end. Look, people love rock, paper, and scissors. And now we could actually have a reunion. They're going to come to the Oval Office soon. And we're going to figure things out. We're going to have a press conference. I think people are going to look forward. It's really a nice thing.
This is brilliant.
Honestly, the quality of the AI voice there, it's getting like his stutters, like he'll start saying something and then switch halfway between. Really down.
Man,
really good.
That bit about what scissors did to paper is just really nasty. I don't even know what paper's doing to rock. I guess they just like suffocate him and they can't breathe. It's like,
isn't that good?
Really
Isn't that hilarious?
That was really good.
Really good. There have been some really impressive AI content out there. There's this guy who makes AI music, and it's legitimately, I put it on my playlist because it's legitimately good.
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
I did report that like 80% of music on Spotify now is created or adjusted by AI. Yeah,
but very few people are listening to it.
Yeah, it's a quantity, not quality thing.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but
that's going to be the problem: is sifting through the garbage because there is way too much garbage.
It's another tool. That's the thing, is like burying your head in the sand to pretend like it's not going to be a thing. It's just like any other tool. You got to use it right, because when people tried to use CGI wrong, it wasn't great. You know.
Yeah,
I think that's going to have to be. That's going to come where the platform needs to step in there, and they need to separate the AI from the genuine content, and then I think they need to separate the trash AI slop with the genuinely good AI gems. Because
I think that one can be done by
give them
the
separate
viewers
but
saying,
equal
"Hey, this is good,"
spaces on the.
And a
Mark
lot of
Clark's been a member
already
for
doing
40 months. If you want to become a member like Mark Clark, it's only 99 cents. It's as cheap as possible. You get access to little hats.
Years.
You get access to gay hats. And you get you get emojis, and you get to sleep at night knowing that you're feeding my kids, and also early access to videos. So be like Mark Clark.
Wait,
okay.
Hold on. Is his gay hat going to change now that he's got 40 months?
Nope.
It's the full year?
Yep.
That's good.
That's real good.
So, Pendragon. We've got 2 episodes to talk about.
Searchers. Right. That's okay.
I will say before I leave about Pendragon, I like it. However, I think I liked Taliesin way much better than I like Merlin. I don't know. It's something about he's a little bit too stoic for me. I think he's fine. I like it. But I like Taliesin way much more.
Taliesin,
but I also love Brett Cooper so much more.
Yeah,
Brett Cooper.
Yeah, I've been surprised. I've been surprised with Brett Cooper in this last episode.
It was
I know the meme is that I simp for Brett Cooper, but I was honestly scared that her performance wasn't going to be decent.
Same.
And she was fantastic.
Yeah,
I think she did a great job. The thing is, it was almost like she was.
She's underutilized. They needed more Brett Cooper. She's barely in the show.
100%.
Well, so what I was going to say though is that I've seen some other people trying to criticize the acting as wooden, and I think that it's more just I don't agree that it's wooden, but I can see that it's very stoic, like Charles is saying.
Yeah, that's the genre though.
Brett's performance is not that. It is much more. It's much more vibrant. So she has a very different style, I think, than like she very much stands out. in a way that, again, I wouldn't say that their performances have been wooden. I've loved their performances. I've really liked a lot of their stuff, but it almost makes me, it throws me off a little bit seeing Brett Cooper's performances because it's so much more.
Yeah.
She's so much happier, but in a more casual way, less formal like they are. So
yeah, I don't know if she had a lot of chemistry with Merlin.
I thought it was great.
No, it was great, man.
I will say though, in general, the average performance on this show is, I wouldn't say wooden, but it's more stoic because that's the vibe that they're going for. Like they're clearly going for like a more old timey vibe.
Yeah, I completely agree. I only brought that up as an example because that was the easiest word I could come up with.
I didn't think that's what you were saying.
Yeah, but
Taliesin had the perfect
to contrast a little bit with Brett, and then as you're saying, Taliesin was a little bit less stoic, a little bit.
Taliesin was so good.
He was really good. Merlin's performance, it's a little bit forced stoicism. It's just a little bit forced.
Disagree hardcore.
No, I think it speaks to an underlying, like, he's got a lot going on. Like, he's got burdens he's carrying. That's what I read out of that.
Perhaps. Maybe I had just wrong expectations, I guess. After the first 2 episodes, I was expecting something similar, but I felt like we're dropped like at the end of Merlin's story and we're just getting the rest of his story through flashbacks, and it was just, I don't know, disconnect from him coupled with the stoicism. I don't know. It didn't quite do
I really liked it, especially in this last episode. I don't know how you can say his performance was wooden and too stoic.
Last episode was great. This was my favorite episode for sure, but it happened after.
And I'll also say too, like, I think that there were some interactions where she seemed to very much, her character seemed to very much be like flirting and kind of flirtatious with Merlin, and there were some of them where he was a little bit more reserved and wasn't necessarily reciprocating. But there were, especially once you got to the bits where they were married, like there was some good, some good chemistry there. I thought I can kind of see where maybe the chemistry wasn't lining up in some of the scenes, but especially once they were married, I think that there was some really good chemistry. I guess is probably the best way to put it. But yeah. Anyway,
I
really did.
You got a chance to check it out. Okay, searchers.
Yeah.
I don't
Harris
see anywhere.
Was not too old for Taliesin.
That's true. Yeah.
I forgot she was Brett Cooper. Yeah, no, I thought she was fantastic. I thought she was great.
Also,
speaking real quick to the Taliesin thing that I wanted to bring up, I actually am a little bit sad now, having gone back and read the book, that Taliesin's conversions are shown in the show as just being him seeing the light. Not only because in the book you get a chance for him to actually go and he's interacting with supposed to be God or Jesus or something like that in the Summerlands or whatever, but a lot of his conversion came from just listening to the priests teaching him. And I actually kind of think that was a little unfortunate that we didn't get him getting a chance to just learn about it and being converted that way instead of with a miraculous thing. Even though that was a part of his conversion, that was the main thing that I took away. And also, they really did they really missed a lot of nuance and a lot of like depth in the Taliesin story by cramming it into those two episodes. It doesn't change anything about the discussions we've already had about how it might have been necessary for just the way they were doing the story. But man, there was a lot of really good things that you
one season on Taliesin.
I agree, but it wouldn't have been marketable nearly as much.
Again, we've talked this around in circles before that. Yeah, it just probably wouldn't have worked. But man, it would have been a great season of television. Yeah.
So the Brett Cooper and Starfleet Academy is a meme because there's an actress in the show that looks kind of like Brett Cooper.
I think she looks a lot like Brett Cooper. I can't not see Brett Cooper whenever I look at her, for sure. And she's got a similar-ish vibe.
As started calling her Brett Cooper. Yeah. So there you go. That's what that is.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I will also say at the beginning of episode 5, 2 weeks ago, it took me a second because I was really confused because it had been like a couple. Like I literally watched both of them today, and so it had been a couple weeks since I'd watched it, and we'd been getting flashes of Brett Cooper in Merlin's mind, and then one of the early scenes in this episode shows them riding together, and I had to go back and rewatch it to realize, I missed the outer shots of that. She's not actually there. it took me a second to be like, wait,
Yeah,
we met
I
up
feel
with this
like
girl
a
again,
lot
or
of
what?
My
some
wife
of the
does that
people.
too.
Some of the
Yeah.
people that are complaining about this TV show, I don't think they're paying attention to it because
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff like that. Where like if you're on your phone, you're gonna miss the subtleties and you're gonna think,
Yeah.
look, it's confusing. Why is Brett Cooper alive? But it's very clearly been showing he's been having visions of his clearly dead wife
Yeah.
seep into his mind.
Yeah, I think that was clear. That was
No,
obvious.
that was really good. That was something my wife was missing too because she was crocheting while we were watching it. And they're like, "Wait, why is she here?" And I'm like, "Let me back up." But yeah, it was good. So yeah, do you want to talk about episode 5 first? Oh no, hold on. Pull up Martina's comment.
We got 2
because I wanted to mention something.
Where? Sorry.
You flashed it. It was at 9:50. Said Merlin is great. This is how it starts.
Merlin's great.
Yeah, so it says Merlin's great. I'm sad that her part, Brett Cooper's part, was so small. How smiley are you going to be if you were abducted by hill people as a child? Like no one even looked for him. That was one thing that is way better explained in the books.
Yeah, that was. I didn't like how that was handled.
He's kidnapped by the hill people. And then he said, "Hey, I got to get back to the people because they're going to look for me," and they don't let him. And then he says, "Well, I at least need to let them know that I'm alive, so they're not worried about me." So what he ends up doing is he sneaks into the camp or whatever, and they won't even let him go, but they let him bring his hood or cloak or something like that. And he
basically sends a message to his mom saying, "I'm okay, but I can't come.
I'm alive. I'm okay, but I can't come right now." So that's basically why they don't look for him. It wasn't explained in there. I don't think it needed to be, but yeah, it was a little bit weird.
Yeah, they have to jump.
Yeah,
there
was a couple of things like that where again it feels like they're skipping so much because you got a little bit of like that. Once you even get out of that, like when he's married to Brett Cooper to whatever her name is.
Ganyeda.
Ganyeda. It jumps around like you see them meet and then it jumps to the 1 year later, and I'm like, but he was going back to like connect with his mom, and so I was trying to figure out whether they had already done that or not, because what that could have worked really well for was that episode 2 or 3 episodes ago when we see him run into his mom at the shrine at the church. I was like, oh, has it been since he was kidnapped as an 8 to 12-year-old boy or whatever?
No, there's a time jump there.
But yeah, and then we did see him getting crowned and everything, so it made sense. And they did do the things necessary to tell us that it had happened.
Yeah,
but I could tell like they
were
so
speed running that plot.
Yeah,
that basically.
Well, honestly,
basically,
there
this episode is the first half of book 2.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, there were some things that they skipped with the hill folk that I'm glad they left out. For example, there's a princess of the hill folk that has the hots for him and wants him to stay. And then he says, "No, I can't. I got to go back." And then he leaves, and then he immediately meets Ganyeda in the next chapter. And so I thought it was smart that they took that character out, because it would have, especially with how condensed they're making everything.
Yeah. We didn't talk about 2 episodes ago, did we?
So episodes 5 and 6 that we have to talk about today.
Right.
I think
I gotta go.
But I talked about it on someone else's show, so that's why it feels like I talked about it. But Charles has got to go. Okay.
I gotta go. But before I go, the last thing I'll say is that I don't know. Going into this, I was expecting us to start at Merlin's when he was young and then see chronologically his story as he became the Merlin. But we started after he had already become the Merlin and kind of go back. And it's not the worst. I had false expectations, and I will take that upon me, which is probably why I'm not enjoying Merlin's story as much as I enjoyed Taliesin's.
Yeah, it is a little bit cut up, and it's confusing, especially right after we come out from Taliesin. There's a time jump, and then he's old with the beards, and then he comes back to being clean shaven, and you think it's a time. Yeah, we've already talked about it.
I thought the old beards is in the future. Like I thought, but the old beards is before present time.
The old beard is right before he gets together with the brothers, with Uther and Aurelius.
And chronologically,
I didn't know that for the longest time.
So that this last episode, this last episode is right before he goes out into the wilderness and becomes the crazy Merlin of the woods.
Him walk after chopping off his father-in-law's arm. Him walking off into the woods leads to him crying in the woods with Bearded, and then being found by Paglias.
And it's like 50 years later. That's the other thing. I missed all of the scenes with the present day father-in-law who's mad at him and tries to kill his squire or whatever. I didn't notice that he didn't have an arm that entire time.
Oh,
I completely missed
He had like a metal arm.
It was a metal arm that was.
Oh, okay.
But it was unclear if it was just like in a cast, if it was crippled, but no, it's gone.
I completely missed that until we see him chop off the dude's arm, and I was like, oh.
Which is
at that point, I'm picking up and
Charles,
See you guys.
Charles. So they added that from the books.
Yes.
Like he never had any animosity with his father-in-law,
unless it's added in books 4 and 5 that fill in
so I'm reading book 4 right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
So the proper way to read it, someone in the comments left a very helpful way, is to read books 1, 2, and most of 3. Read the first 2 books of 3 and then stop. Read 4 and 5 and then finish book 3.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what I'm doing. So I stopped.
The last third of book 3 is like,
it's all Arthur stuff.
What is going on here? Because there's a bunch of stuff that's referenced that didn't happen in this book.
Yeah, it's all Arthur stuff. It's not Merlin stuff. So
okay, gotcha. So the beef he's got with his father-in-law didn't happen in the books at all. But
that's fine. I think it works for the storytelling because they're leading up to this idea.
Yeah, I kind of like how they did it, but at the same time, it takes away from the impact of Ganyeta's death if you already know that she died.
Yeah.
Right? And
I suppose, but we've been hinting at that this whole time, like you said.
That's why I don't have a problem with it for the most part. However, my main issue is he confronts his father-in-law, or his father-in-law confronts him in episode 5. And
he gets mad at him. He's like, this is the second time we've crossed swords. And you're like, you just chopped his arm off. You didn't really cross swords.
That is a good point. Yeah.
It was an
accident. He didn't say cross swords. He said, you've been under my blade.
Under my blade.
Right.
But them putting that in this episode makes me dislike that line from the previous episode because but dude, that was your fault. Like
I know
that was your dad. Like he didn't do anything wrong.
Surprised
he just showed up.
That is a good point. Except that is something that Merlin already is like regretful about. Like he didn't. He feels bad about that, and he's also like,
"Did you not watch the episode?"
Sorry, Mark. We're talking about the show. We've been talking about the show for weeks.
She died in the show. What are you?
So I don't mind so much that. Because, like you said, they've been hinting the whole time that she's not there anymore, and then she's got beef with the father. But
there is enough like clue that maybe she's still around, but she's not.
No,
it could be a different thing.
It's heavily implied that she's already dead, and then in episode 5, we're like, yeah, she died or whatever. But my main issue with how that didn't work for me in the end is because the confrontation with the father-in-law, he's like, show me that you could have saved her, right? And then he does this big grandiose thing saving Petlius, right? And then in episode 6 he doesn't do anything to save her. He doesn't try any magics, he doesn't do anything. He just like, oh, you're dying. And that's the other thing, because I'm pretty sure in the books she's already dead.
She's already dead, yeah.
By the time he got there.
They wanted her to be able to say goodbye.
In the books,
yeah,
her child was ripped from her womb.
So this is my one complaint. The only thing I didn't like about this episode was her death. He's supposed to show up, and she looks like freaking Boromir.
Yeah.
She is a human pincushion covered in arrows, and she's been tortured to death. They've sliced open her belly, and the child's arm is hanging out. And in this, it was fine. You didn't have to go that graphic.
Right.
That would be a tough one to get that graphic.
I think a lot of people might not have even known that the child also died. There was a blink and you miss it tiny scene where it showed a little teeny cut on the top of her belly. Like, okay, they stabbed her belly. But you're like, I almost missed it, and I knew that the child was dead. I was like, that's all you're going to show?
The main thing is he arrives and she's not dead yet, and he doesn't do any magics or anything to try and save her.
Well, it's his magic can't do that, but I agree.
Yeah.
They wanted to let her say goodbye, and so I didn't like that.
But it's shown Karis has healing powers as well, you know, and
kind of.
It's like
it doesn't. She's a good healer, but she doesn't have healing magic.
I know.
Yeah,
not
to that level.
The problem is, in the previous episode, he says, "Show me, show me you could have saved her,"
and he doesn't.
And he specifically says,
she
"I
should have been
did
dead.
everything I could."
I agree.
And he
I don't
like
that
there was nothing
he
could do, even though
but it didn't show him try.
Alive,
it didn't show him
but
try.
He knew he couldn't do anything. That's different than pulling somebody up out of water. If he had said, show me that you could have lifted her up off of the ground, then he would have done that. But like that wouldn't have saved her.
I know.
I get what you're saying, and I think it would have been better if she had just been dead, because it is
well
beyond his abilities.
Yeah.
But to me, this didn't say, oh, he didn't even try, because it was no. What he couldn't do anything in that situation, even though she was still alive in this version of it.
I hate that I'm complaining.
That doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah. I hate that I'm complaining about the same scene that David is, because it makes it seem like I'm agreeing with this asinine opinion, and Beard is 100% correct, and that never happens. There we go.
She should have been dead by the time we got there. That's all I'm saying.
Should have. I agree. She should have been dead for other reasons, though. Because it's not just his wife dying; it's his wife and his child dying that throws him into this freaking rage.
Into the rage,
and then makes him become a hermit for 50 years in the wilderness.
Another 50 years,
there are a lot of book changes. Like they condensed a lot of stuff. They moved some stuff around. Like the logistics are different, but like the theme is still there. The message is still there. Like he was supposed to be coming back with an army, and they didn't agree to meet there. It's supposed to be more of like a cruel irony, like she found out that he was coming and went out to meet him and then got killed, which is good. But it's really good. This episode was really good. I liked how they showed his slow down time magic. And I liked how they're making a lot of his magic more visible. Him throwing people around, aside from that flimsy feather shield, aside from the teeny tiny shield that floated away to the heavens.
Yeah,
the magic looked really good when he. The best shot is when he does the pull when they're running away from him.
They're running away, and he's like, "No, you're like."
That was really good.
That was
the fighting was good. The only thing that could have made it better is if they had more freaking money, because it's supposed to be a huge battle. But I get it.
There was a large number of people there.
So
there was.
They got enough. I'm saying it was enough. It would have been cool if it was more, but they don't have any money. The budgets, I don't know if they're public, but the estimated budget, like people are saying, the total for the show is 10 million.
Oh wow.
So it's like it's basically 1 million per episode, slightly more. That's insane that it's this much quality. Like that is crazy.
1.4, so less than
like House of the Dragon is getting that much per episode.
Yeah.
10 million per episode,
10 to 15, I think.
That's crazy.
The quality that they are getting is freaking nuts. Even if it was 20 million, that's 2 million per episode. That's crazy.
Still,
House of David,
2.8 million.
Oh no, sorry, not House of the Dragon. House of David. I think House of David is getting like 10 million per episode.
Oh wow.
Oh really? I didn't think it was that much.
That's probably season 2 numbers,
2, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I really like the show. It's been really good. Yeah.
I know season 1 is like 15 per episode for House of David.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. 15 million per episode, and this is less than 2 per episode. Maybe less than 3 million per episode for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Game of Thrones seasons were like 100 million per season, and that's in the early seasons, right?
Yeah. And that's about 10 million per episode, because I think there were about 10 episodes per season, right?
They made this with $10 million. Like that's so good.
Yeah. That's
good. Yeah, that's insane.
It would have been nice if they had more money.
Yeah.
The battle could have been a little bit bigger.
It's like those 2 or 3 like bad CGI shots we were seeing in the first few episodes. Like, it's not the end of the world, but boy, that looked awful. That shield was bad.
Like,
and
it
I get
would've-
that it was supposed to be broken, like you were saying earlier, but man,
But
that was
it broke in two different places, and then it's like it was just the wood panels were taped together in the end, just on the back end,
Yeah,
and so it was
but-
just flexing as it flew away.
Well, I mean, we know what happened. Look, they set up that big shot, which was expensive,
and they got
Yeah.
one.
and then they're like,
one shot
"Oh
at it.
man, that shield
Yeah.
is kind of."
And they're like, "Hey,
we
can
got.
we
That's what
CGI
we
it or
got.
do anything to it?" And they're like, "No, we don't have the money
they
for
don't
it."
have money to CGI
All right,
it,
well, we'll just
and they don't
have
have
to
money
use
to
it.
do the
Yeah.
stunt again. So, I look, you know, I'm willing to forgive a lot more on this show than I am on freaking $1 billion TV shows like
Yeah.
Amazon's putting out, and they're coming out like poo poo doo doo. So,
Yeah,
and also this is just objectively better quality anyway. So
I agree. Some of the stuff like this last episode was almost perfect.
Yeah, it's just the Ganyeta death that I didn't like.
Yeah, the Ganyeta death and the shield, right? But everything
Yeah,
else was so
Ganyeta's
good.
death
Like
was not
the
perfect,
the
but, yeah.
betrayal of the nobleman when Ganyeta and Merlin come back into the house, and there was the nobleman that was getting paid off by the Saxons, and that's like straight from the books. It's perfect.
I wish there was
gonna
like
kill him,
one
and then-
additional line of dialogue in that scene.
Oh.
Yeah.
because the king tricks him, and he, like the dialogue was pulled straight from that scene, but they skipped over some lines.
Yeah.
The king, he damns himself. The king tricks him into agreeing with this statement that he makes. He said, like, "Hey, isn't this treasonous?" He's like, "Yeah, that's terrible. Anyone who did that would be a bad thing." He's like, "Well, you've done it."
Yes.
That's really good. I like
but,
that.
But the bit
obviously
with him,
it's streamlined. The scene was still good.
It was still really good.
It didn't need like two more
bit with
lines
the
of dialogue.
dog jumping on him because he pulled the knife on the king. That was great. Also, him meeting Ganyeta with the hog, that was perfect.
No, the death scene wasn't bad. It's the implication behind, like, they needed to clearly show, hey, the baby died too, guys.
Yeah, especially because we already know that she's dead, right? So the only way for that death to have the impact that it does is to show how freaking brutal her death was. So that was one thing I was like, oh, man.
It was like paper mache. It was crepe paper.
Yeah. It was
balsa wood with crepe paper.
The death was good. It's just
it should have been more brutal.
And to a little bit to Aldan's point, the moment of him being able to see her and her being able to say goodbye and all that was a really touching moment. So like I agree with, I like that happened for the show for it. But to my point in this comment here, I agree with, it probably would have been better for her to just already be dead like she was in the book, and it's kind of unfortunate that they decided
he
to
still
change
could
it.
have had his,
But
reaction.
I like
the
that they
exact
had
same.
that, you know.
The other thing too that wasn't super clear in this adaptation, that it was a good parallel to the ending of the episode, was how it started in the flashback when he's still with the hill folk. He goes because the hill folk elder or whatever is supposed to heal this or help this person in childbirth, this lady in childbirth who's really sick, and she says, I don't think there's anything we can do, and he ends up paying with the bracelet, the gold bracelet, right? And she's like, okay, we'll do everything we can. Well, actually, there's nothing we can do. She's going to die, and the baby's going to die too. And then it's a good parallel. I like how they did that. They bookended the episode with the two deaths of the mother and the child, but it wasn't super clear in that beginning episode how that all went down. It was just like, oh yeah, I'll throw you the gold. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. How dare you? You know. But
that was a little.
But it was good how they bookended that. I just wish it was a little bit more clear in the adaptation at the beginning. Going back to the previous episode, though, episode 5, there's some really cool stuff. I really liked the scene with Kid Merlin and the stones going back to the place where Taliesin was, and he's just lifting the stones and just dropping them where they were. It's like, hey, look, you guys are you have this druid power or whatever, and you have no idea the god that you should be worshing is this.
You say you're looking for truth, but you're not following truth when you find it, when it's being shown to you. So I actually also, really because I just rewatched the first 2 episodes, episode 2 ended towards the end of it. You have Taliesin and Karis talking about how I've never been back to my home, or I haven't been back to my home for a long time, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool that Karis and Merlin get to come back to his home and get to see that. And so because I had just seen that, it was a really cool juxtaposition there in a way that maybe didn't get to come across for everybody else, but like I like that quite a bit.
Yeah, it was cool. It's kind of a conclusion to Taliesin's scene there, where he was trying to lift the stone and ultimately saying, like, these stones don't matter. You know, Jesu is the Christ. He is the Savior. He is the God you should be worshiping, not these druid magics, you know. But I loved that. Also, Uther meeting the princess that I forget her name. That was really well done. I really liked that. And her conversations with them, and Uther flirting, and the father coming in, and him Uther trying to get all the other lords on Aurelius' side and stuff. I thought that was really good.
I really liked the fight between Aurelius and the other guy. I thought that was really well done.
I forgot about that. That fight was really good too.
That was in the
very well
episode,
choreographed. Right? Yeah, in episode 5.
Oh, that was great.
The other thing though, so here's a question, and maybe it's just me, maybe it's kind of the way that they're trying to do it in a way that makes it harder for me to feel like I'm following it. I don't know, maybe I'm just not reading between the lines correctly. But that one advisor that they have that keeps on, like, he's showing up with the one side and he's like, oh yeah, let's go Aurelius. And then he shows up and he's like, yeah, but you haven't sworn to him. Like, is he, it's like my problem, what I had with the Atlantean advisor, and what you get even out of the book of Avalak's wife, of like, are they, like, I'm trying to figure out what their angle is, and if they are working against the person, or if they're not working against the person, if they're right or if they're wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure where they're supposed to be. And the same thing with this guy. I'm like, wait, who is he fooling? Because he's sitting there going like, oh, these boys, they're just playing at kings. And then he's like, yes, we'll fight with you. And then he's talking with the other guy and he's like, oh, you haven't.
I think he's just doing politicking and hedging his bets just in case Aurelius, doesn't unite all of his other minor kingdoms. That's how I kind of take it.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was more obvious in the books or not, but
I honestly, I don't
this
recall.
is kind of not in the books. That it's replacing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get. I might wait until we actually finish next episode, but I'll start working on Merlin pretty soon here. I was wanting to finish rewatching those other episodes, and I hadn't gotten around to it until just now. And now, since we're almost done, I might as well finish the season before reading Merlin.
Yeah.
But,
I'm really liking.
I think Elden's right. Yeah.
Pendragon though, book 4 is pretty good. How far are they?
Yeah. Good.
I'm almost halfway.
Nice.
It's a little bit shorter. Arthur was really long. And I didn't even finish it. I only finished the first 2/3. So,
and you're doing it the way you were told to do, with the 2/3, and then.
I wish I knew that before.
I hope it does well. I hope they get a season 2. I hope Jeremy Boring stepping down as CEO was
him focusing
so
on
that
this
he could focus on the show, because I don't think he's a great CEO either.
No.
But
he's did
and I hope it wasn't. No, you're being asked to step down because you spent too much money on the show. You should watch Pendragon. Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
I think it's a great show. If you watch United Seven Kingdoms, skip the first 10 seconds of episode 2.
Yep.
You can listen to it because it's actually good dialogue. But don't look at the giant penis, okay? So stupid. It's literally a perfect adaptation.
Yeah.
Minus 10 seconds. Like, why do you do that to your show?
Yep.
I freaking love. I love both these shows. I'm probably enjoying United Seven Kingdoms a little bit more, but it's like one of the best. It's one of my favorite stories ever. I think the longer I've had to sit with it, I think I probably put it too far down on my top 10 list. It's a novella. It's really short, and so I think I put it at like number 6. It's probably higher up there.
And I'll say this at the very.
The more I think about it, and now I've consumed it 3 times in book, TV show, and comic book. I read. It's gorgeous. Do you think?
I think I'm with you, especially that episode, was it 3 or 4, where it ends with Baylor coming in. That was just so glorious. And I will say this is another thing I'll watch that.
It was.
It's not really a knock against Pendragon to say that I'm liking Night of the Seven Kingdoms more, because this is these guys like
it's just a personal preference. Like I love that story.
Job.
I really like the Pendragon story too. I'm reading the 4th book. If you
yeah, and my point is more that like the flaws and issues with Pendragon, I think, are inherent in the ways that you're trying to sell the story that you're actually telling. In like we were talking about, like they should have taken time with Taliesin and all that. Like that's one of the problems with Pendragon, and one of the reasons I don't love it as much as Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And then also, any of the weaknesses come from limited budgets and these people still being relatively new at creating these shows compared to the people who are working on Night of the Seven Kingdoms, who have been doing this for a long, who are trained and big industry professionals or whatever. But for what they're doing and what experience they have, the Pendragon people are doing a great job. So
it's I mean, for your first show, completely inexperienced on the tiniest budget mankind has ever seen.
Yeah.
Bravo. It's no Fallout. Mark, I know you told me to watch an interview, and I brought it up, and I didn't have time to watch it, and I can't find what the message was. Can you tell me again what show he was on, where he did the interview? And I will watch it. It was some...
Yeah, and I don't doubt that he's trying to get a season 2. That doesn't necessarily change the whether or not David Wise is going to say yes, we'll fund it or not. Whether he wants to or not is not the question.
Right. Hopefully it's not. No.
Yeah.
You are stepping down in disgrace. You spent too much money on this. They clearly didn't spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do want to watch that interview. I have some downtime now. So what you're saying is that I should watch the edited cut. Literally just 10 seconds off the second episode in the very beginning.
And there's about 3 seconds out of the first episode that you wouldn't it'd be nice to be able to cut out of there. Yeah.
It's not as offensive as the episode 2.
Yeah. I agree, and I recognize the difference, although I will put them at about the same level, because I think I dislike the one from episode 1 more than I dislike the one from episode 2. But the one from episode 2 is much less necessary, much less.
Yeah. The thing is that
not even just less necessary.
The gag in episode 1, I think, could have worked if they didn't show it so graphically, right?
Yes, I completely agree.
Episode 2 had added absolutely nothing. It was unnecessary. That's why I think episode 2's thing was worse.
I like
because episode 1 worked if they did it better, right?
I like the gag in episode 1 where it cuts to his face, and then goes too far and cuts to the wide shot, and you're like, I don't need to see poop coming out of his butt.
Yeah,
it was a funny joke, and then you ruined it.
Although I will say,
that's why I said for me the episode 2 one is on a similar level of I really didn't need to see that, but I'm also not like gonna claw my eyes out because I did see it. I'm just like I didn't need to see that.
I will say though, there was in this last episode a little nod to that ridiculous gag in episode 2 where he gets on the horse and as he sits down he's like, oh. But
I missed that, but that's a good.
It was subtle, but he clearly sits down. And he's like, "Oh,
hey, that almost makes it have a purpose, even if it's still completely unnecessary." But yeah.
The fact that it's close, like I'm enjoying them almost as much. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Yep.
And Night of the Seven Kingdoms is clearly like better quality.
Right.
Yeah.
And but what they've done is just monumentally impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much more behind it, much more money, much more experience, much more. Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a lot more CGI scenes of like camps and cities and stuff in these last couple episodes, and they look far better than that one terrible episode. That shot of the castle under siege.
Opening episode.
In the opening episode.
Going back and
oh my gosh,
going back and rewatching those, I'm like, okay, I see it a lot more now. It was such a quick shot in the first couple of there's those 2 or 3 shots where it's like this is just a little bit quicker, And I'm like, oh, I wasn't paying super close attention, and so I mostly missed it. But going back and watching for them because you guys had been talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, those
really
do look kind of bad. Yeah.
There have been a lot of other similarly framed shots in the last 2 episodes, and they look fine.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Yeah, good stuff. Well, yeah, I'm really excited for the last 2 episodes of both of these shows, and I'm super excited to see Scrubs.
Yeah. I'm trying to look. I don't know. I'm worried. You gotta go see Nirvana Band the Show the movie. I don't know how good it's gonna perform. It looks like it made its budget back in the opening weekend. So
that's good.
But I want it to make money. Okay.
Yeah. I'll go see if I can.
Yeah, I might have to see.
Dude,
there are some.
It's worth it.
There are some places that are showing it. My biggest problem is that I have the Regal pass, and it's not showing at Regals. It's only at Cinemarks and AMC's here, and I'm like, dang it! I'm gonna have to pay for a freaking movie.
Yeah, you gotta juggle. You gotta juggle your streaming services, man. It's an art. It's an art form.
Yep.
It's actually one of the things I really like about Netflix because they give you a method to just pause it by saying, I'm just gonna not pay.
Yeah.
Without having to say cancel or like change your card and have it fail to pay or whatever.
I just wish they weren't it explicitly
Netflix.
targeting children.
Yeah.
For
not something that I
Marxist
directly
indoctrination.
have issues with in my own life, I suppose. So that's fair.
Yeah. It would be nice. Yeah. They have some good kid shows too. Like my girls my son liked watching like True in the Rainbow Kingdom. It was a pretty good kid show.
Yeah, that one was good. Kids like that, and K-pop Demon Hunters just absolutely killed it.
And then they have stuff where you like go.
And then they have cuties.
This is a fun kids movie. Well, I'm more concerned about the gay Star Wars show that they had. We started watching that with Elliot, and gets to the second episode, and you're like, oh, this is bad. It's like a kid show.
Crew the Skeleton Crew with
no.
The cartoon one.
It was a cartoon one. It was one about little Padawans.
Jedi Adventures or something like that.
Jedi Adventures, yeah. Was that on Disney? I think it was on Netflix.
No, it
should be
Disney.
Disney.
It was on Disney. Okay.
It should be Disney if it's Star Wars.
Right,
Star Wars.
Right.
Yeah.
There was another Netflix show. I mean, they did like a Nancy Drew, and it was like a 6-year-old transgender, and you're like,
yeah. Well,
and they were lecturing the doctor about it, and you're like, no.
Yeah. Was Velma on Netflix too? That was Netflix, right?
That was Hulu.
Oh,
I think.
Was it?
What was
the Velma show?
Velma, or is that HBO?
That was Netflix.
Yeah.
Well, it was Netflix.
Yeah.
I think. Nope, that's HBO Max.
That was HBO. Oh, you're right.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, at least that one wasn't marketed to kids, but
it's
garbage.
Sure, it's not marketed to kids, but it's a cartoon that was classically a kids we're
getting another live action adaptation, by the way.
Yeah.
The Dragon Prince started off real good.
Yeah, yes. I remember watching the first 2 or 3 seasons and really liking it. I'll bet you it's the sort of thing that won't bother me. But
the first season was really good. I haven't watched it. I watched the first couple episodes, but my wife watched the first season and part of the second season, and there was a gay character in the second season, but like she dies immediately or something like that. But then I heard that later seasons get
very woke. Yeah,
I
stopped, and it got canceled. They're trying to do like a Kickstarter to bring back to like end the story. I'm like, sorry, I don't care.
Yeah.
Season
1 I heard was good though.
Oh, I thought it was really well done. Like it had some really good animation on it.
Yeah,
Dragon Prince. But,
I didn't like some of the 3D animation, but
yeah, it wasn't like it was no Arcane, but hey, it was still pretty good. I mostly liked it.
Yeah. We didn't talk about Iron Lung, but I saw it and it was great.
Yeah.
That was one I wanted to try to get to today, and depending on I think I'm too late now. But I was
It's
depending
fantastic.
on when we finish the show, I might would have tried to run up and catch it still. I'm surprised it's still in theaters because it's such a small movie.
It's doing
but
really
doing
well. It's
enough
performed
that,
really well. He's made a lot of money off of it. He financed it himself.
Yep.
And he gave himself pink eye filming it.
That checks. Some of the stuff.
Yeah,
that
people are going through like, wait, this is why you got pink eye, isn't it? He's like, yeah.
So I will say the only reason I want to watch it is because you guys have seen it and
It's good.
talking about it.
It's very good.
I'm like, I'm sure it's good, but it's just not necessarily think I'm all that interested in overall.
I wasn't either.
Check it out.
It was really fun.
How it is.
Again, I wish they took the time to flush out a little bit more of the lore and the backstory of this world. But
it's made $50 million.
I think it was intentionally obfuscating some of the lore and stuff, just because that's how the video game is. It's just weird stuff happening.
He spent $3 million on the movie, and he's made $50 million.
Wow,
that's a nice return.
Insane.
Because honestly, that's one of those big things is that, like, you need a lot of money to make it, and so you have to bring in these big companies to spend the money on it. But like, then they have to get a lot of the money back, which is fair. It's their investment. But man, but with him, he's just like, hey, I raised this, I can keep this money and use it moving forward. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, he's already got a lot of money, but now he's got like movie money.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been working on it for years.
I don't care if that's how you market your show. And if it's your own stuff, if you're taking over a franchise and turning it into that when that's not what it was, if you're adapting something where that wasn't in it, I despise. If that's what your show's about, by all means, I'm probably not going to watch it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely instances where it's totally fine, like where it actually makes the story better. I think we talked about Captain Holt in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's done really well.
Yep. Modern Family.
Modern Family's okay. There are a couple episodes that are a little cringe, but for the most part, like it's actually.
I think they do a good job of making fun of both sides, and
they do.
And playing into some of the.
I haven't finished watching it. I think I've seen the first 5 seasons. I don't even know how many they went, but it's fine.
It
I think it's tough to put it as blanket as just all LGBT stuff should be.
It absolutely depends on the execution.
Yeah. The problem is a lot of the LGBT stuff ends up being more explicit than similar stuff would be on the other side.
Because that's the one thing that I'll say is that when it comes to like, oh, why are you shoving it down our throats or whatever? Because I looked at we watched Full House a little while back, and there's like a couple of episodes where Michelle, as a 3-year-old or something like that, has a boy at school that they're like, oh, is it your boyfriend, and this, that, and the other. So that's I can see the argument from their side of like, hey, you're doing that with a straight relationship here. Why is it such a problem to do with a gay relationship?
Right. But they're not like kissing and banging, which is a lot of. Not all the time.
Yeah.
Wait, the 3-year-old wasn't kissing and banging?
I know, right? So to me, I do think there is still a difference there, and because I have my own like belief systems about what's right and wrong with that, I still think there's a big difference there. But I can see the parallel a little bit better if you keep it at that level. If you were to keep it at that level, I would not love it, but I would be like, okay, fine, I can get the parallel here. And so that's why I'm like, I won't go as far as to say anything LGBTQ should be 18 plus, but I do think that there's a lot of, like you guys are saying, a lot of the LGBTQ stuff that is out there is really a lot more adult than it should be. So even if you were to put it in a straight relationship, it probably should be over 18 anyway. So
like, but I'm an extra prude. Like, I don't like seeing straight sex in movies. Okay. I'm married. If I want sex, I can go have sex with my wife. I don't need to see nudity or sex in movies. Okay. I don't mind gay characters. I don't want to see them having sex. I don't want to see them kissing. Like that's a personal preference. I'm not attracted to that. I don't want to see it. Okay. But like, I'm not going to like, oh, hey, throw the baby out with the bathwater. Okay. And my thing is like, you can put sexual themes, like in a story without showing it. Like fade, start kissing, fall down on the bed, fade to black. Like
look at Pendragon. Pendragon did it great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pendragon got a little steamy. Pendragon got a little
bit, but I think that was the right level,
and that's fine. That's a good level. Like Iron Man 1, right? They roll around on the bed and then fall off the side of the bed. Like that's my like fade to black or cut to the next scene. That's my sex scene. Like Severance got way too steamy for me. In season 2 specifically, it was like it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel like I'm cheating on my wife. Okay,
and then later again in the office, trying to recreate.
Watch porn for the same reason. Okay, I like my wife, but I'm also a religious prude. It's also part of my religion that that's why. I don't enjoy those things.
Yeah.
So I don't mind gay characters, but I don't want to see them kissing or banging. I don't need to see that, especially if it's in a kid show. It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
If it's an 18+, I'd prefer if it wasn't there. But there are some stories where having a gay like House of the Dragon actually, he's the heir to the throne being gay makes the story way better.
Major plot point, and it makes sense, and it makes an interesting story. Yeah.
There's kind of a similar theme in like a First Law, the books. There's a fantastic reason for a character being gay, and if that's all your character is his sexuality,
then it's yeah,
right.
Yep.
If the story is look how gay I am, sure. If that's what you want to make, I'm not going to watch it. I don't think though that they shouldn't exist. You can make the show.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be very popular.
Yep. And you can't hate on it for not liking it.
Yeah.
I'm
a prude though. That's me.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to like go into other people's fandoms and say like, hey, no, like you need to clean up your sexy movie so that I can enjoy it. I'll just watch it edited myself. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't tell people what they can and can't enjoy.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. It freezes us. Sorry. YouTube ads getting disgusting. I just need to like disable ads live? What I should do, I shouldn't monetize the video until after.
Well, and I mean, I don't know what the options are per se, but if you have it so that it can do the ad before the show and maybe after the show, but not in the middle of the live show until you put it on the VOD.
It has a button that lets me insert an ad, and unless they changed the settings, they probably did. I had it set to let me choose where the ads appear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem though is if you refresh the page,
you're gonna hit it. Yes,
you're gonna hit the ad again, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if it's in the middle of the stream, it'll always show an ad before you get to the stream. So
stream settings.
Yeah.
they've probably updated the settings, and I need to go and
mess with it.
I've noticed too more and more that they'll give you multiple ads back to back now, and if you hit skip on the first one, it'll go to the movie. But if you let the first one play out, it'll play another ad.
I don't even see an option. I don't even see an option.
They also have been
making
making more of them non-skippable. They're still relatively short, but they're making more of those non-skippable.
A lot of them
and then both of them are non-skippable.
Look, automated ads I have turned off. I don't. There's like a pop-up saying, "Hey, do you want to turn automated ads on?" Like when I'm streaming, so it's turned off. I also can't find that setting anywhere in the settings anymore. I'm only seeing the pop-up. So
that's
YouTube
weird.
sucks. YouTube sucks so much. I want Rumble's not there yet. That's the problem. Like I want to promote Rumble, but like
Rumble's ads are worse. Honestly,
sucks. Rumble kind of. I want it to be better, and I'm glad it exists. And they still need a lot of work, but I would love to fully switch to Rumble in the future because YouTube just sucks balls.
To be honest, there's the balance of, hey, if you're trying to make some money, there's only so much you can do, and that's the way to make money. Versus, hey, if you don't have to be making money, then hey, you can push towards these other things that you're really wanting to push for what they're doing right.
Yeah.
Also, there's this wonderful Google Chrome extension you can install Called you can't uBlock Origin doesn't work, but uBlock Origin Lite does.
Huh.
So
it keeps changing though.
You have to keep changing which
Plus,
one.
and then AdBlock Plus didn't work, and then they updated AdBlock Plus so it worked again, and then it broke again. And
you can use Brave. That's an option too.
Is that the
different browser? Yeah, and it's got ad blocks built in. I've tinkered around with using it on my phone. Pretty darn good. The underground.
You also realize you're telling your audience not to give you revenue by watching the ads.
Feel free.
Yep.
If you want to send me a super chat, if you want, buy my merch. Okay.
Well, because that's the thing is it's not the audience that's actually giving the money. It's the advertisers that are giving you the money.
Yeah, that's true.
Because your viewers are watching.
But if the viewers don't watch it, then they don't get the money. So
yeah.
Anyway,
I can't even find these settings.
You know what's really weird? I just looked up and our on the live stream side of it on the Talk Studio side, it says we've only been going for 58 minutes.
Mine, you might have refreshed your page. Mine says 3:30. So
I didn't specifically refresh it, but I decided to.
Sometimes it happens. Anyway, well, that's basically it. Next week, okay. So here's the problem. The next 2 weeks are going to be difficult for me. I'm pretty sure I can stream next Saturday, and it's important because it's the 2 penultimate episodes, right? There's probably not going to be a lot to talk about Seven Kingdoms wise. But I presume that a lot of Pendragon discussion is going to happen. And then Scrubs, right? So I will try my best to stream next week, but I'm pretty sure 2 weeks from now it's not going to work out. But that's okay.
What do we have 2 weeks from now besides more Scrubs?
The Bride.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you want... I saw a trailer for that for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
It looks really bad.
Yeah, it looks really bad. I saw a screenshot. Yeah. I saw like the thing. I'm like, Christian Bale looks really good as Frankenstein.
I don't know.
I'm like, ooh, I want to see this trailer. And I watched the trailer. I'm like, I don't know
how they got Christian Bale to say yes to this movie. That's crazy to me.
Christian Bale looks really good in the makeup for the poster, and I watched the trailer. I'm like, what the hell?
It's being directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, so you know it's good.
Okay.
It looks artsy to me.
You know, I think it's going to be the same. Let's see. It's I'm judging. I'm being judgmental. It's probably going to be just as good as the Star Wars episodes directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. So, Searchers. Okay, I'll try. It's there's nowhere to watch it for free. So I'll look for Searchers. Okay, I have it pulled up. Okay.
The only other thing you have on the list is Shrinking, which we don't have.
Oh,
yeah. TV. But you're not going to do that until what's it called come back, right? Silo.
Yeah. If it's on the schedule, that's when it's airing. It doesn't mean
right.
Yeah, there are a lot of things on there that I'm not going to watch. I'm not watching The Bride, but it's nice to know, like, hey, this is what's happening
coming out
in the world. We might discuss it. You know,
I mean, as soon as
One
we
Piece,
get
One Piece
Apple TV,
is supposed to drop soon. So season 2.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting. As soon as Apple does come back, I'm actually kind of excited to see Shrinking. I've been hearing pretty good things about it.
It's good. Season 2, mediocre. But season 1's genuinely good, and I'm really looking.
Also, trying to not do a beggar chooser sort of situation, so I'm like, I'll just I'll roll with it.
Someone sent me a nude on X. Okay, let me pull up my DMs. Let's see.
Mark Clark sliding into the DMs.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It's the ads he's getting. Okay, all right.
Oh. What ad did you get, Mark?
It's pretty good. It's pretty. I like it. I approve that I'm technically Mexican, and I approve this message. Japan's dates. Sorry, that's as big as I can get it right now. Oh no, I can get it bigger. No. Meet adults online. They better be adults.
No matter age.
Meet adults online. No matter.
Wow.
I don't know why I switched to an Indian accent. How do you do the Chinese? Hold on. I'm laughing too hard. How do you do a Chinese accent?
Well, it's got to be Japanese, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Japan's dates. Meet adults, no matter the age. Chat freely with us. Share all your favorite moments with a pen pal here. Start chatting now.
You're slipping in a little bit of a French accent.
I got back to it in the end, but yeah, there was it slipped a little bit in the middle. Start chatting with us.
Yeah.
Meet adult no matter age.
That's hilarious. That's the most AI written ad.
I don't know how, dude. Some of the ads that I would get on YouTube, because I rarely get them because that's only when I use my phone. It's disgusting.
I mostly get them.
No, like there's some vile ads. I'm like,
especially on the shorts.
Like I got demonetized for showing a CNN clip of a mostly peaceful protest, and you're allowed to show this on an advertisement.
Yeah,
there's some like I literally saw a video of a guy getting jerked off. It was like
what?
But like blurred. So you could see the top, and you're like, "Hey, come watch." It was advertising like a webtoon thing or something like that. Like, "Hey, watch this guy get jerked." I was like, "What?" Sorry for your kids. Holy crap! Keep your kids off of YouTube until they're 30.
Yeah, especially the ones in the shorts, the short reels have been popping up. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
And I noticed
it's like
too,
straight up pornography.
I noticed too. I've been. You used to have an option to click on it and say and report the ad and say, "Hey, this violates guidelines." Because a lot of those ones,
it doesn't matter. You'll still see them. You'll still see them. I've reported so many ads, and they still keep coming up. And it's the same ad.
But they removed the option. They removed it now. You can't do that anymore.
But there are so many of them that were like that. They're just like, softcore porn, basically.
It wasn't.
And they were advertising.
Mine was not softcore.
Yeah. But a lot of them were like, oh, this is advertising a clothing advertisement, or this is whatever. They were miscategorized. It was like online dating hookup apps or some crap like that. But it was labeled as a clothing app. So I reported them every single time. It was like, this is falsely advertised as a clothing, and it violates these guidelines. And it specifically says like nudity or suggestive themes or suggestive poses and stuff like that. So I listed all the things, like every single time. I kept getting them, and now they remove the option. You can't even report it anymore.
There was another one for like an AI chatbot, and most of them were like, okay, this is very sexual, but it wasn't like explicit. But one of them was like legitimately. Yeah, I was like, no, you can't forget that's porn. You can't show that. Exactly. I also used to, when you had the option, I would report all of the Democrat ads I would get. They'd be like, "Oh, Donald Trump is responsible for January 6th," and I would report them. I was like, and in my report it would say January 6th with the peaceful protest. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So, we'll see you. I will try my best to stream next week.
We will.
But there's a chance we might have to cancel the next 2 weeks. I should.
I was gonna say, you should set David up to be able to host without him. Without you,
I don't know how to do any of those.
I've offered. Look, I can make you a team member.
Ooh, fancy. Here. He has been posting some more on Shelf Help Gaming.
I have, although I've run out of recorded content. I have a couple more long form reviews and things that I filmed and haven't recorded yet, but some of them I have to go back and fix some stuff because I didn't realize the heater kicked on midway, and the audio was just horrible. So there's a couple I have to refilm, and I had filmed all the shorts that we've been doing every week. We've been doing one short a week and one long video every 2 weeks, and I just finished the last short that I had pre-filmed this week, so we need to film some more.
Okay, I'm going to be really busy this week, but I might be able to sneak something in Monday or Tuesday.
I've been logging in every couple of weeks just to make sure our NPCs don't disappear. But I saw what you did with my awesome tower that I made, Mark. It was pretty cool. Appreciate it. I need to make a mirrored one for the rest of the factions or whatever. So, anyway, maybe see you next week. Maybe not. We'll see.
All right. 90% sure I will see you next week. Also 90% sure I won't see you in 2 weeks. So.
Yep.
And David, you need to sit down and figure out how to stream so that you can host when Alan can't do it.
I sent you an email invite, but I don't think it gives you full controls, but it might let you moderate comments. I don't know. We'll see.
You probably just need him to be able to sign into whatever like your actual TechMex thing, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that might.
We could live stream like a.
Yeah, we just lost David.
Well, we could have, but we can't. All right, we'll see you next week. Oh wait, wait, he's back. He's back.
He's back.
No, that was
you cut out there.
Yeah, I was going to say I've been trying to get my setup so I can do a live playthrough of a board game or something, but haven't sorted that out yet. And now I'm behind in my editing, so probably have to work on that this week. So
okay.
Anyway, so yeah, never done a live stream.
It's fun.
Oh.
All right, we'll most likely see you next week. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is...
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day. But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If it's true, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel, and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining. So please consider joining Patreon and getting your name in the credits with pride.
I'd buy that for $1.